I have to come and show you what UK rap is.
Right. So you want to fight Big Zuu?
I would fight him now. His was the most mockery.
Video's very just...
Yeah, I just did it in my kitchen downstairs.
Does its thing. Venomous.
I'm calling Jamal, because it was on SBTV, I'm calling Jamal, I'm like, bro, do not take this tune down, bro.
So off the SBTV, Naughty Boy rings you.
I'll be in a studio with Sam Smith when they were making the song. Sam Smith knew me as, like, he called me, like, my name Rocky. He would know me as Rocky. We'd be in the studio just chatting before he was a weirdo.
All right, cool. So when do you stop working with Naughty Boy then?
Charlie Sloth and Mike Righteous have conspired against me. I've got tons of songs with Emeli Sande. I've got a song with Nas that never came out.
You got a song with Nas?
I got a song with Nas that never came out. Yeah.
What do you mean, bro?
Yeah.
Right, so why is that song not out then?
Right. I don't know. It's the same with Giggs. I don't think Giggs is that good.
You had a problem with Fredo as well?
Because I don't like the way he handled business with my brother. He done my brother really dirty. Yeah. I just got really depressed.
Did you think she was in love with you?
She weren't Maya Jama when I met her.
This was Jump Off days, right?
Yeah, she was doing stuff at the Jump Off. I knew he was getting sacked from the BBC before he did. I'm gonna tell you you're getting sacked before you even get told you're getting sacked.
Big up Devlin.
He had Devlin on the show. I mean, I still had support in the industry, like Charlie Sloth was still backing me.
Yes.
Till the end.
Yes. And is that why people haven't seen you?
Ed Sheeran's shows at the Apollo, like Ed hit me up and he was like, my dad fucking loves your music. I went and stayed at Ed Sheeran's house. We had a massive fight that night.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Okay.
And I was getting introduced to Logic. I was getting introduced to LowKey. I was getting, through Logic, I met LowKey. Through Frank, I met loads of people. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I was meeting everyone. I was meeting Leona Lewis. I was meeting Emeli Sande. Like, I was meeting all these people. I met Mary J. Blige. I was in the studio with, like, I didn't do nothing. We weren't making no music.
Right.
Like,
did you not want to say to them, like, can I not jump on something?
My whole career was manufactured to take him out. Yo, 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 this is Mike Righteous right now, and you are watching the Shizzio show. We just done a crazy podcast. I don't know how they're gonna edit it. It's like 3 hours long, but a lot of juicy content in there that I'm sure you're all gonna wanna hear about. Nice little bit of content. A lot of stuff that I shared on there that I ain't really spoke about before. I don't really do many podcast appearances, but I had to do one for the legend himself because I watched the content and I love it. You know, you've seen it. It's all over the timeline. So get yourself down to the channel. Make sure you lock in. Get yourself your popcorn ready because we're exposing the industry, okay? We're exposing a lot. A lot is getting exposed. A lot of people getting put on display. Pretty much naked. And that's that. Big up, make sure you lock in. Shizzio show.
Shizzio bringing it back with the noise. Hoi oi, hoi oi, special MC, I'm back with the joy. Hoi oi, hoi oi, Shizzio bringing it back with the noise. And you bring me love, and you bring me joy. Hoi oi.
Yeah, can we do this? No apologies, think I'm gonna be a nuisance. Way back then was a dead. Okay, we are back, another episode. The sun is shining. You know what? Shout out to the mosquito last night. It done bit the fuck out of me, bro, everywhere. But it's all good. We move. Press the subscribe button. You know what I mean? A lot of you are watching, but you ain't pressing the button. Help a brother out. It's all good. Real legend in the building. I'm telling you. You know, last night I was up until 3 a.m, bro, just going down the rabbit hole of your videos, bro. You've got such a vast... Anyway, we're going to get into all of that. Legend in the house. Man like Mike Righteous.
Pleasure, man. Thank you for having me.
How are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you well?
Yeah, I feel good.
You got this real lumberjack look going on, bro. Is that just what's going on out here? You get me? We love to see it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm good.
You're well?
I'm feeling good.
Last night, I was watching your videos and bro, it's like you have so much, like it's amazing to see, bro. We're gonna get into all of this, bro. Like, are you well firstly? Life good?
Yeah, life's good. Life's good. Life's one of them. Like I'm alive. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm a very blessed individual. I'm a very lucky person. I'm in good hands. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I see you outside saying a lot, but we'll get to all of that. We kind of like to get like a picture on this show as to like born and bred and stuff like that. So let's start there, brother. Born and bred where?
I mean, I don't know. Most people know that I'm of Iranian descent.
Right.
So mum and dad both from Iran.
Yeah.
I have six brothers, 1 sister, so I come from a big family.
Yeah. Are you the
All of them-
youngest, oldest?
I'm the youngest.
Out of everyone?
Out of all my brothers and
Right.
sisters. Out of all of us, only 2 of us, only 3 of us were born in this country.
Right.
And I was obviously born in this country, but I was born in Kent, in Margate, Kent. So, yeah, I grew up of Persian descent, from an immigrant background,
Right.
in quite possibly the whitest area of the whole country.
Right.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Not just the whitest, but one of the most right wing as well.
Okay, Margate, yeah?
Yeah, politically right wing. Early stages of Margate's history. So not as much now, but if you're talking about 90s, early 90s, it was rampant with like toxic right wing culture. A lot of BNPs going around. Like, what were they called at the time? They had a different name.
NF, BNP, EDL.
Yeah, there was something else. They had a different name. I think they were just like, we just called them skinheads. but yeah,
Britain first or something.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Right.
But yeah.
And you're seeing all this from a young age.
Yeah, more so my brothers, because I was really young, but you knew what days, like, you weren't meant to, like, go out the house when there was, like...
Really?
They would have, like, demonstrations and rallies, but you call them protests, but at the time they were just going around and what they'd call demonstrating and protesting, we would just call packy bashing.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what was happening. But... they'd get as good as they got as well, like.
So, but you're seeing this from a young age.
Yeah.
And how's it making you feel? Is this just normal to you, or do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How old are you roughly?
I'm 35.
No, then like when you're seeing it, I'm saying like.
This was like early childhood. So, as much as everything I saw at them moments of time, I didn't quite understand. I only understand it now, so I can't really comment on it too much now from a child's perspective, because I don't really remember it too much. I have a really fragmented memory of when I was young, because there's loads of shit going on. A lot of the most traumatic experiences I was facing was happening like at the yard.
Oh, what, in the house?
Yeah. So
okay, can you elaborate on that, or is that something private?
Is that something like, as in something I want to talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind talking about it. If there's anything in the conversation I don't feel comfortable with, I'll just
please.
say, yeah, I will, yeah.
Okay, so you're seeing kind of right wing violence from young.
I mean, it's not that I was always seeing it. Like, I don't want to paint the image that I was out and it was just always about. It was like that was just part of the culture in Margate. You know what I mean? There was very little immigrants at the time. Like, we were one of the first immigrant families to actually come and live in Margate in the 90s. When my dad fled the revolution, he came to Margate.
Right.
There weren't many immigrant families in Margate. I think back in my actual primary school, there was just me and one black kid. That was it.
Your brothers, how kind of older are they to you? Is there a big gap?
Yeah, they're going to hate me because I don't remember how old.
Okay, but they're outside, I'm saying. Like, they're outside seeing this violence.
Yeah. They experienced it worse than me.
So how are they dealing with it? Are they fighting back? Or
they just grew very thick skin and just learnt to really take no shit, to be honest.
Right.
Like, a lot of my brothers, they got a name for themselves for kind of like... it's like... They were getting picked on a lot, but then they sort of become like menacing because of it. They became like problems, and then they were like, you can't really pick on these guys now because like they were fighting with like 10, 15 like pikey lads at a time, you know what I mean?
So
like,
you're seeing them come home from fights and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Bruised, battered and stuff like that?
Yeah, my brothers were always getting involved in fights, like... I don't want to like glamorize or glorify them anyway, the fighting thing, because fighting I think is stupid. But yeah, they were getting in plenty of fights. They getting expelled from school. Like, I got my oldest brother Farhad. Like, he was notorious for being a madman. Like, my brother Murdoch.
Do you feel like they kind of had no choice but to be like that?
I think that's what happens. You're a product of your environment, and they come from quite a aggressive background, like at home, outside. if we're not taught any single way to be, we'll become whatever we see and do, and everything we do is sort of in anything we do. So the people that my brother are around, they were probably out fighting. Like everyone is just, it's just like that. You know what I mean?
What's going on at home then? Because you said you wanted to say some certain things.
Boy, just a bit. It's just one of them, innit? Like I think my dad and my mum, they were just like in a bit of a toxic relationship.
Right.
They had.
Are they both from Iran?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
My mum's a bit mad.
Right.
She's just a wild character.
Right.
But my dad's like quite passive, but very impulsive.
Right.
You know, just doing everything they can to like survive.
Right.
So getting by any means, like just trying to make money.
Are they working a 9 to 5 or is it just a kind of hustle?
They just kind of doing a bit of everything really.
Right.
I mean, it's stuff I've always spoke about and I've always been quite open about. And anyone that knows about me knows that I've spoke about it before. And it's weird now speaking about it because it's not that I'm not comfortable speaking about it. It's just that I have so much respect for these people and I'd love it if they could be here to explain it as well. But obviously I'm just here representing them. So it's one of them. Like I don't want to paint my parents out in a bad light or seem like they was involved in the life or this lifestyle. But really, they had 6 kids that they had to feed and survive and look after, and they only know how to do a certain number of things to become successful. So without saying it, I'd say there was a lot of police in the yard, a lot of raids on the house, a lot of like sort of criminal activity going on.
So how is that for you seeing that? Because people would say home is meant to be a safe space. It seems like you've got violence outside and then you've got problems inside.
Yeah, mate. As a kid...
when you say kid, how old are you when you're seeing all this stuff? Just literally from
like my whole life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
My mum was in prison when I was born. So like.
Oh really?
I didn't get to.
Can we know what for? Is that private?
I can't even say I 100% know what for.
Oh really?
I just know she was in jail.
Right.
It probably shoplifting or some shit. Right. I don't know.
How long was she in for?
My mum was in jail for a few years, I think.
I
remember when she come out of jail.
That's not shoplifting, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, my mum was like my mum was like the most prolific shoplifter in the whole fucking world,
okay,
bro.
Right. Okay.
She wasn't like she had people like working with her.
Okay.
She had like actual full scale operation, like where she'd have a bunch of like nitties and drug dependent people there.
Right.
She'd basically pull up with like 4 or 5 of them, send them into Harrods, send them into Blue Water, and that's how they'd earn their...
So when you were born, your mum was in prison, pretty much?
Yeah, so I grew really attached to my dad, and me and my dad, like I would just be like by my dad's side all the time. And then when my mum came out of prison, I remember I was like 4 years old, but I didn't really... I didn't know her. I didn't really want to go near her, so I didn't really know her. And me and her didn't really have we didn't get to form like a nice
bond.
Like like a maternal bond. So I think we sort of hit it off quite rough from the get-go.
Right.
And like it shows in my music as well. But like throughout all of my life, up until my sort of late teens, when I started becoming a bit more mature, I'd have this sort of like anger and pent up like resentment towards her.
Right.
But it all just stemmed from that small moment. Yeah, that small absence where she obviously felt the same. She'd come out expecting to see her child and wanting to have a child, thinking that my son's gonna, I can't wait to see. And then I was like scared of her and stuff.
Did she go in prison after that, or was it just the first 4 years?
Yeah, so my dad went to jail after that. Actually, there's been a lot of situations in my family where my brothers and my siblings have been to jail.
Right.
I think like me and my sister are the only one that haven't been to jail.
Yeah, I'm in prison. What did your dad go in for, if you don't mind me asking?
He probably went in for like some like narcotics and stuff like that, and drugs and stuff.
So when did he go in? How old were you?
specific. I can't be too
Okay.
specific, but
Roughly,
I was young.
Okay.
Yeah, I was young. I got to think. I was probably in secondary school or primary school, leaving primary school, starting secondary school.
And then how was that for you? Because you said you were more attached to your father.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? It's just crap.
It is sad.
But I got to live with my brother because at one point, like, I was probably going to get taken into care.
Right.
But I never got taken into care because my brother allowed me to like live with him. So he took me, my sister, and my other young brother in with him.
Right.
And at this point, he'd been doing like really well for himself, and that's another thing I want to add. Like, even though we came from this sort of fucked up start in life,
Yeah.
all of my brothers have turned their whole lives around. My dad's turned his life around. Yeah, all my family have like.
Mum?
Yeah, my mum's literally like turned her life around. She lives in London now, but me and her have a good relationship now. Like, our relationship's much better.
Right. Okay, so talk to me about school then. How are you in school? Is school a thing for you?
Yeah,
He's laughing. He's like,
you know when you start school, and like they already know your family,
right?
So when you get there, they're like, you ain't gonna be a little shit like your fucking brother, are you?
Yeah.
You're not gonna, like, I knew your brother. If you fuck around like him, I know, because it just starts like a whole thing. But,
right.
I don't know. I don't think school's for smart people, man.
Right, explain that one.
I just don't think school's for very smart people. I think you
Really
just
limits
run.
you.
I think you become institutionalized,
Right.
in a way that the system is designed to make you a statistic,
Right.
and a number, and it doesn't create. It's the worst place to go if you're a free spirit,
Right.
or a kind person, or a young innocent soul.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, every child is exactly that. You're a free spirit, an innocent soul, a loving human, and then you go to this fucking institution where you become corrupted.
Would you homeschool your kids, or would you send them?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, because we've had this talk before. People say that they'd actually rather homeschool because it just.
I would,
doesn't...
and the only argument people ever make as to why they wouldn't homeschool them is because they would miss out on social aspects.
Yeah.
But I kind of think that would be the best thing for them as well, because
Right.
that's part of the problem too. Like, socially, our kids are becoming numb to childhood experience because the lack of it.
Yeah.
The lack of awareness and the lack of, and almost not just the lack of that, but the abundance of content and the stuff they're taking in, and the influences that they have in media and around them. So you can't change what is, because what is always happening. It's the way it is and the way it's meant to be.
Yeah.
And if you believe there's something higher or greater that's got a design for it all and a reason for it all, then if you think that, then it's happening for a reason. So we're all here at the right time.
You said school's not for smart kids. Are you a smart kid then?
Emotionally.
Explain that one.
I'd like to think like I'm emotionally intelligent. I'm not intelligent at all. Like,
right.
I think people like to think I'm intelligent, but when they meet me, and like, I find what you might find something really an easy task,
Right.
but for me it might be like extremely difficult. So smart in a sense of, well, if you tell me how to spell something, I probably won't be able to. If you tell me how to write a mathematical equation,
right.
I can promise you now I won't be able to do that.
Right.
Like, but if I walk into an establishment and meet someone I've never met before, and I could feel that person's energy or feel that person, and if I'm having a conversation with someone,
Right.
I'm very in tune with like the people and how they feel, and tapping into actual emotions, and only because I've been in a vulnerable place emotionally, that when people express vulnerability, I kind of understand what that is, and I'm like, oh shit, I know that because that's it makes me feel how I felt.
Resonates with you.
I'm like, do you feel like this, like that? And they're like, yeah, that's it, nail on the head kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's nothing to be like nothing like it's not some sort of
No,
superpower or something, but I like to think, yeah, I'm like emotionally intelligent.
Right. So in school, you're not studying.
Nah.
You say, nah. What's that? So are you a naughty kid then?
No, I wasn't a naughty kid. I was just like quite funny, quite frantic, quite what's the word, like what's the word I'm looking for? Do you know when you're just like hyperactive?
Hyperactive.
Yeah, proper hyperactive.
Some schools would then start to label you with an ADHD or an autism thing.
Yeah, no, but even they're not really back then. Like no one ever. It wasn't a thing back then.
Right.
Like that's actually something that I address later in my life.
Right. Go on then.
But-
Let's talk about that. What do you mean address it?
Well, I went to a psychiatrist, like a clinical psychiatrist,
Right.
and I said like, do you reckon I've got all ADHD? And she was like, well, let's test you. We've done the whole shebang, like 2 weeks worth of interviews and tests, and
yeah,
I'm like, I've got scoring high marks, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I'm up there with the best of them.
And what did they say? Did they conclude there's something you perhaps had or have?
Yeah, I mean, I got some of the reports here. Like,
right.
I've got, according to the psychiatrist I'm speaking to, and I'd like to think she's pretty good because I went privately and she cost a lot of money.
Right.
But no, she was great, and there's like a scoring system, and to be honest, like, let's put it quite simply, like by the end of it, like I was like, oh, it made sense. Everything I'd done made sense. My thinking patterns made sense. Like my nervous, like twitching shit, like it all made sense. Like why I do what I do.
Do you think if you were diagnosed earlier that would have helped you, or do you think it would have made any kind of difference?
I think it would have helped the people around me understand me.
Understand you.
And that probably would have helped me, wouldn't it?
Right.
Because then they knew what they're dealing with. They probably just thought I was a little shit, like just wanted to cause trouble.
Right. Okay, school. You fighting in school?
No one really wanted to fight with me.
Because of the
brothers,
families?
Yeah.
Are your brothers in the same school?
My brothers were just about, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's only a small area,
Right. And the reputation was, because you say there wasn't a lot of ethnicity in the school.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So no one's there trying the racist shit with you, nothing?
No, and I took full advantage of that.
Explain.
Like, I would piss the year 11s off. I would just walk around like... because I was so hyperactive.
Poking the lines.
Oh, crazy, bro.
Right.
Like, listen, I was such a fucking little weirdo, bro.
Right.
I used to piss them off, like, to the point where I'd do the maddest, like, most... Because I was trying to impress my mates and make them laugh and, like, do fucking crazy, funny shit. So I'd just be like... I see, like, the year 11s and stuff, and I'd be like chucking shit at them.
Yeah.
Like, I was feral. I was like a weird little, like, fucking... I don't really have family like back home either, because I go back home and people like not around. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So.
But everyone knew you like ain't the family to fuck with.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then outside, are you outside a lot then, away from school?
Yeah. I truanted all the time as well.
Okay.
I probably had like a 25% attendance.
Okay.
Rate, and
so what are you doing outside then? Just fucking about?
Just fucking around, kicking sticks.
What? Fighting, criminal?
Not really fighting. No. I didn't really get to have too many fights because like people just thought there's no bother. If you fight him, you got to fight 6 other people.
So what are you doing then outside of school? Just
I don't know, like chasing girls.
Yeah.
Just what regular adolescent kid shit, like.
Cool.
Just bunking off.
And the kind of racist far right stuff is not really hitting you one-to-one kind of thing?
Not too much for me, because I think at that point it weren't as bad as it was like early 90s.
Right.
Like we're talking like early 2000s now, and like and on. Right. It weren't as bad. Weren't as bad. So, it's still there in the culture,
but it's just
going
not.
packy shop and doing this, you know what I mean? Like it's just there. And I think actually what was bad for me is that I actually had a lack of identity, because I grew up in this community where I was part of it.
Right.
And like, I even had this whole thing of like feeling like ashamed of it. Not ashamed of it, but like wanting to hide it.
Right.
I didn't want people to come around my house and smell like
like
kebab and curry and shit like that, and see people eating on the floor and like eating with their hands, and like I don't want him to know that my name was Takalubagashi. Like I wanted to shorten it. So do you know what I mean? I wanted, and that was a product of me being around these people and thinking, it's not cool. It's not what like people are into. But that was like underlining.
So you don't leave school with nothing? No grades, I'm presuming.
Nah.
Exams, nothing?
No. I was so fucked. I've honestly, like, I don't recommend having no qualifications or having no skills. Yeah. But I didn't not. Like, I just actually put everything into, I put everything into boxing and I put everything into music. Okay. But at first I was just thought I could be a professional boxer. Okay, so that's what you wanted to be? Yeah. Okay, and you're doing that from young? Yeah. Okay. All your time is in boxing? Mm. What kind of boxers are you looking up to? I used to love Nassim Hamid. Yeah, he was my favourite. And then people used to say, "Oh, you look like Nassim Hamid." And I used to be like, I'm gonna be that guy one day. Yeah. And obviously my brother was a professional boxer as well. Oh, was he? Okay. I used to go to all his fights, all his training camps. Right. So I knew it could be done, and I just thought, but at the same time, I think I was only doing it because he was doing it. He was doing it, and I didn't know what else to do. And people put pressure on me, like, "What are you gonna do with yourself?" And I just didn't know. But then it weren't until like I actually started enjoying music and started enjoying listening to music and writing music and telling people I write music. And then I remember telling my coach that I was going to stop the boxing. Yeah, I just weren't gonna pursue it as a career. Like I wanted to be a rapper. And how did the coach take it? I don't think he thought I was serious. I think he just because I was actually okay. I was a good boxer. But I was going to shows and having bouts at shows and like knocking people out. Right. And the ref would like. I remember one time the ref picked up my gum shield and he was like, keeping that. He's going to be like famous. Oh, then one. Yeah. Okay. And my coach was pissed. He was like, you can't just stop. And I was like, yeah, I know I can't. But I think I can do this music. What about your brothers when you told them that you're going to stop boxing? I don't think they mind too much. They weren't really that involved with what I was doing. And the kind of musical influences, where did that start from? Talk to me about where that came from. So I had one of my brothers, Wahid. He is a DJ at the time. Right. He had like decks in his house, a mixer. Right. He would scratch. He'd play hip hop tunes. Yeah. And he would just put me onto like rap music and. What kind of the standout songs for you, artists at that time? This is I remember one of my first moments, the first experiences I've had with like listening to rap music. Like I was in school, and I remember telling you that one black kid that was in my school. Yeah, he was listening to D12 on a little tape. Right. I'll shit on you. Big tune. It was I'll shit on you. I'll shit on you. It's such a banger though, bro. And I remember him playing it to me, and I just heard it for the first time. I was like, this is fucking so hard, guys. Yeah, very hard. I went to go Woolworths and buy the tape. So I went to Woolworths and I got the tape and I started listening to Eminem, and that was like I was like, bro, I'm an Eminem fan at that point. Like that's it now. Yeah. And then everyone's like, oh, you can't listen to this shit, and it makes you want to listen to it more. And like, you got your parents trying to take. Side note, I'm speaking to one of the D12. Actually, I'm trying to get. Is it bizarre? Bizarre, yeah. No way. He was going mad on the tracks, bro. I got a track with him. Oh, have you? Yeah. That's amazing, bro. How with him? Oh, we got to talk about that definitely. But like some of the stuff he was saying now, he could never get away with that, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. Especially on the shit. You can't really repeat it on your podcast, bro. You can't repeat it, bro. Like, but it's mad how times change. Okay, so you're an Eminem fan, D12. And then you feel like you can do this yourself? Well, at first I would like, I don't know, my autistic brain was like, I'm just going to sit here for 12 hours straight and listen to this same song on repeat. What one? Write down the lyrics and then just try and remember it, it. And it was, the first time I did that to a song was one of this tracks off this 8 Mile soundtrack. Right. And the reason I wanted to do it is because the song was like 6 minutes long. Right. And I just wanted to know it, and I thought, I want to know it tomorrow. I don't want to wait ages. Like, I want to know it now. Right. So I just spent the next like 12 hours just learning this song, and I learnt it like in a space of a day. Yeah. And I think it's just one of them. Like everyone has a moment where they're like writing lyrics.
Yeah.
Everyone's like doing garage and drum and bass
Yeah.
and like spitting and
Yeah.
that was part of the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone was in Margate. Everyone was doing drum and bass.
Okay,
MCing.
so D&B's big.
D&B was big.
Is it like a bit of you or not?
No, I'd rap over the D&B. I would have no idea what I'm doing, but just, there would be a mic at my mate's house, and we'd all just.
Right. So is this where you start practicing then? Where do you get the confidence to start practicing and actually trying this thing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm a showman, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's just how it was. Like even telling you about like what I was like in school, I think it was all just like sort of chauvinistic sort of behaviour traits that just lack of attention that I thought.
But is this your friend's house you're going to actually do this?
Yeah, my mate Joe Boyle used to live down the road.
Right.
And we'd all just meet up at Joe Boyle's because that was like everyone's got that mate, innit? His mum just lets him do anything. Like big up Jenny because she's a diamond.
Right.
But we'd all just be at Joe Boyle's and he'd have a little mic and a dip mixer and we'd all just
rap.
We'd all just do D&B. Like.
How old are you here?
Under 18.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're writing your own lyrics?
From what I can remember, I wouldn't be able to remember a single one of them.
But you are actively writing and performing them, practicing.
Yeah. We're mucking about really, but everyone had a lyric. Everyone had a lyric at one point.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then, so when does it get serious for you? When do you take this further than practicing and earning your kind of stripes locally?
When did it happen, man? I think there was a moment in time where there was a couple lads locally that were actually getting a reputation on a local scale. Right. And I wanted to...
Are these D&B artists or rappers?
No, they were like grime artists. Right. There was a youth centre near us called the Pie Factory. Right. And people were like 15, 16 years old going there and they'd be...
Rapping.
Yeah, like that's where the little cultural hub was for music in our area. Sure. So we'd go there and these guys were like the top guys there. Right. You know what I mean? They were putting it on the map. And then
and this is grime music.
Yeah, grime music. Yeah. And I was like, I need to get in with these lads, you know what I mean? I need to be getting with these lads. And yeah, I found out where they were recording, who they had some friends with, some like known associates, and then I managed to like sort of weasel my way in with like some people. Right. And at that period in time, like I didn't really have, my skill set was weak. Like it weren't great. It weren't great at all.
So obviously grime's a different tempo, right? It's a lot faster. Yeah. And you're fine with that? You're catching the beat and stuff like that?
Not at all, no. Right. No, as far as like the consistency of my flow, I think the only thing I had for me that people saw and were like, oh, he's got something there, is like a bit of conviction and energy, you know what I mean?
And
like
you've always had that?
Yeah, I always had that. But my flow was terrible. It was so bad. I've got recordings on the internet that are deep in the crevices of the net somewhere that I could show you and you'll be like, some people think that my brother was with me yesterday, he was like, how do you do this? You're just born with this thing. I was like, no, mate. I had to work so hard at this.
Is it kind of nature or nurture then for you?
Yeah.
So it's practice that has got you this.
For sure.
You don't think you was born with that?
No way. No one's born with it.
Okay.
No one's born with anything.
That's very interesting. Okay, cool. So you worm your way in with this crew and then you just start, what is this? You start making records or you just performing live? What are you doing?
Yeah, like it's just a local thing. My mate had a little setup and... as far as like setups go, it weren't great, but it was a setup. Right. And it was one of the first times I've ever actually been able to go somewhere and record my voice. Right. And again, like my little autistic brain, like couldn't just go there and record a song and leave. Like I went there and ended up sleeping in this fucking like
Then
it was kind of it was actually like a house, but like it'd been taken over by squatters. Right. And my mate who owned the equipment, he'd kept the equipment there because he couldn't put it in his mum's house. Right. Because it's like music going on.
So it's like an abandoned house.
Sort of a squatter's house that's become like taken over by squatters' rights. You know what I mean? So I ended up actually becoming quite good friends with these lot.
Right. And the equipment safe then? Because usually squatters would take everything, bro.
Nah, they were all right. They were good lads. They were like sort of just cool cat heads. Right. Yeah. So harmless people.
And then
like,
drug-wise, are you doing anything? Are you not? Are you
not
away
at that
from
time.
that?
Not at that time.
Okay,
no,
fair
wasn't
enough.
really introduced to it much. I smoked a bit of like puff and stuff. Yeah. Smoking a bit of like hashish and and weed and that.
Right.
But that's about it.
Okay, so you're just practicing it in this this
Yeah,
place.
I mean, I went there for one day where I got invited by them popular guys I was telling you about. Like, they were like, yeah, you're all right, let's take you to the studio.
Like they're a crew or what? What are they? Are they called a crew? What's the name?
I don't know if they had a crew.
No? Okay.
But yeah, so the MC. Wait, they did have a crew name.
Okay, I didn't know if you want to shout them out or not. That's all I was.
Nah, there's no point. But individuals,
yeah.
There was one lad called Harzy, another one called Diggity, and another one called JDP or something. But these were like the three lads. They had. Anyway, I ended up getting to the studio with Harzy. Like, he was like one of the younger ones, up and coming dons. And this other guy who I went to school with, Ben Menor, he sort of like hooked us up. And that's where I got my first introduction to this little squat setup.
Yeah.
So we walked into this squat, recorded a song, then everyone's just gone about their business. And then that day, I remember just being back at my yard. And at this point, like, I'm in secondary school.
Yeah.
Like, things aren't really like, I don't really need consistent like care at home. Like, so no one's really around. Like, my brothers are all doing their own thing. My sister's in uni. My mum's not around. My dad's got a relationship with a bird who lives down the street.
Right.
So he's always down the street at his bird's house. I'm just in this fucking 4-bedroom yard just on my own, with nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, I need to get back in the studio. I need to get back in that studio. So I managed to like sort of lie my way back into the studio.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when I'd gone back to the studio, the guys are banging on the door the next day, and the people from the squat were just leaving me outside. Like, they weren't opening the door where they probably got on kept the night before or something. Yeah. They weren't answering the door, and I'm banging down the door, and then I think I'm going back home, get 20p for the phone box, come back, try and ring them, they're not answering. I go back to the door, I'm banging on the door, nothing's happening. He comes to the door, finally opens the door, and he's like, all like rubbing the shit out of his eyes. He's like, I fucked up like letting you in the studio. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, so the owner, who goes by the name of Jack Lambert, he's like, Jack Lambert, Jack, the guy who owns the equipment, was like, he don't want me letting like randoms in to come use the equipment.
Right.
And I was like, damn. And he was like, yeah, so basically found out like you're one of the Tackaloos, so he didn't want to let you in or some shit.
Right.
Yeah,
so family reputation.
Yeah, so he was straight on it, like, don't let them guys in.
Right. So you're blocked out?
No, because at that precise moment, I just don't know why, but I just went fucking full bullshit mode and just told the guy that I'd already spoke to him. We'd already had a conversation.
Yeah.
And I was only like 16 at the time.
Right.
I was like, I've spoke to him like literally minutes ago. I've just been on the phone to him. He said I'm all right,
sweet,
actually. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the rest of my family, but I'm good to go apparently.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh really? Yeah, really. I was like, yeah, for sure. Like, you can definitely trust me, mate. Like, you can trust me, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, just let me in, innit? And then he was like, yeah. So what do you want to what do you want to do? I was like, just let me in. I'll just sit around and write and chill. Yeah. I ended up chilling with him for like 2 weeks straight and recording.
2 weeks.
Yeah. I was.
Well, like staying there.
I didn't want to leave, bro. That's where the mic was.
Okay.
That's where it was happening, bro.
We love that. Okay.
I ended up just writing, recording. Like, these lot were doing fucking all night ket parties. Just I'm there just writing. They're just like writing. Stepping over me and shit.
Is it?
They're all right in the end of it. We actually all became pretty cool.
Right. So you're just sitting there recording stuff.
Yeah,
Is
man.
this rap or grime? Or both?
A bit of both, just whatever I was feeling at the time, whatever instrumentals I can find. Honestly, I've got piles and piles and boxes of lyrics. Like, you wouldn't believe.
No.
So many. Like, even my old school books, you know, them like sort of fabricy blue school books. Yeah. If you flick through them, they're just full of lyrics. Yeah. There ain't no.
Okay. Recording it 2 weeks, then what happens?
Well, then, do you know the guys I was bullshitting about, saying that I spoke to them? Well, eventually they turn up. They're like, you're a cheeky little fucker, aren't you? Like, chatting your shit to get in here. Like, now you're here, now we're here. Like, what's gonna happen? He's like, basically, what's gonna happen is we're gonna like do this music thing. Right. So I was like, okay. Let's go. So he was like,
did they hear your stuff that you made?
This one particular guy, Jack, he proper invested a lot of time and patience and he gave me a lot of time, man.
So he heard your stuff, liked it, and said, right, do you know what?
No, he didn't. I don't think he liked it. I think he heard it and saw the potential and was like, okay, I'm gonna invest in it.
Right.
Yeah.
So he invested his time in it.
Invested his time in it.
So now you got access to that building.
Yeah, but it weren't that great. Like eventually, like we went to a much better studio, but he actually helped me like
Hone the craft.
hone the craft. Yeah,
Well,
I was writing bullshit lyrics that made no sense.
Right.
Like, and then he'd come and visit me at this fucking derelict crib that I was living in. And he was like, "Where the fuck is your everyone?" And I was like, "Oh, this is it. I just live here."
Right.
And he's like, "What do you eat?" And I was like, "I haven't for like 3 days." And they're like,
Really?
Yeah. And he's like, "You live here. There's no heating. There's no electric. You haven't eaten for like 3 days, bro. And you're talking bullshit about gunshots and cops on a fucking track." He was like, "Put what you're living in your songs."
Right, so let's talk about your living then. You don't, money-wise, there's no money around?
Not really. I had a mate across the road, Simon Saunders. If I was really hungry, I'd go to Simon Saunders' house. His mum would make me like a cheese sandwich.
And you literally, like, you're just painting the picture, there's no heating, there's no warmth.
I don't want to say this because I feel like, oh, why me? Like,
No, it's not about why.
I actually
appreciate.
I actually enjoyed it. I at the time, like, I didn't see anything bad with it. I thought it was all right.
Right, empty house, no food.
Yeah, I wasn't crying about it or anything. I thought it was pretty cool.
Okay. Did you feel loved as a kid?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt loved, but I felt a little bit like left out. Like I felt like I wanted to spend more time with people.
When you mean people as in your immediate family?
Yeah, like some of my brothers and that.
Right.
I'd really love being like around my brothers and his friends and that.
Yeah.
But I'm just really young, you know what I mean? You don't want to bring your little brother with you when you're going out to fucking clubs and fucking
Sure.
hanging out, you know what I mean? So like.
Okay.
But.
So tough living. Then this guy says, right, listen, talk about your surroundings. Don't talk about the typical shit that you was talking about.
Yeah.
And then you take that on board?
And then I wrote one song, and it felt like the first actual good song I wrote.
Right.
And it was called Wings, and it was just about how I wanted to escape like the reality of life. And fly away. And it was like, at the time I was only 16. So it weren't my best work, but for a 16-year-old, it was like, oh, this is very good.
And then your format of like, I don't know, like timing on a verse, you just know how to...
No, but at that point, I'd gotten better. And I think that was the first time I actually wrote a song where the flow was like in the pocket and it was like, it was working. I sort of excelled. I'd leveled up.
That's just experience?
I think that just came from, just a bit of work, you know what I mean? It was getting there. I don't remember what most of my lyrics were like before that, but that was like the first real standout one.
Right. Okay.
Then after that, I sort of had my little style. That's how
you found your lane kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were a couple of like UK artists, because I started getting into UK rap at that point.
Right.
And I started finding like my inspiration, like flow wise, like that's who I want to flow like, that's who I want to sound like.
So what artists are you kind of looking up to then?
It's mad that you asked this, because at the time no one really knew about these artists.
Right.
Oh my god, sorry about that.
No, you're right.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Right.
Yeah.
So what artists are they? Who are they?
So most people know who English Frank was from like back in the SBTV days, but I received like one of his old school like bootleg demo tapes from when he was in like jail. Right. And I met my brother. He sent me this. He was found out about this artist that everyone was listening in the jail.
So your brother's in jail and he's got...
When my brother come out of prison, he was like, you need to check this guy out, English Frantic Frank, because that was his name at the time. He was like, listen to Frantic Frank and the Craftsman. Right. And that's where I started really studying. Like, that's the fucking shit I want to sound like. I want to sound like these lot.
What was it about Frank that you resonated to? The lyrics?
I don't know. I think it's just it was captivating. I hadn't heard no one like it. They were cussing everyone. Right. They were standing on business. They were being righteous with it. Right. It was conscious, but they had aggression and it was just powerful shit. Yeah. And it weren't sounding like any of that Channel U stuff I was listening to. Like it weren't grime. It was hip hop, but it was UK hip hop. Yeah. And they spat with English accents. You know, everyone was rapping with American accents at one point.
They were big up to Rodney P, because he was one of the first to switch that, you know what I
mean? We tend to want to like mentally block out a lot of our most embarrassing moments. But there was a period of time where everybody was just doing this
100%
hard American accent.
100%.
So this was the first time I was hearing rappers like spit in their accent, and I was like, this is one. This is the shit I need to study. So yeah, I'd be practicing, like listening to them lot. And it's funny because I had their CD. They became, I mean, Frank specifically became like my favourite artist.
Yeah.
And Logic as well.
Yeah.
Like, they was like my favourite artist. And then I had this collection of songs, like 3 songs, where my mate told me like, we need to up the levels and write something about more personal about your life. And I had these songs. I remember when he came round, I performed them to him, and he was like, "This is it."
Who came round?
My mate Jack.
Right, sorry, I
like,
think Frank came round.
No,
What the fuck?
no.
Right.
He was like, "You done it. Like, this is the shit.
Right.
This is the shit. We're gonna record this properly." So we found a local studio. We're gonna get down to recording this properly. And I'm on the way to the actual studio that we're paying for now, which is a bit more of a bigger deal. And I'm like kind of like doubting the whole
process.
Yeah, everything. I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like, we're listening to Frantic Frank and the CDs in the car on the way up, and I'm just confused how these people are like so good.
Right.
And when you're not as good as someone, you're seeing someone do something, you just think that you wouldn't ever be as good as them.
Self-doubt.
Yes, and I think that was creeping in because I was like, I'm never gonna be as good as like these people. Like, even if I work my whole life, I just don't think I'll be as good as them.
Right. Who's paying for studio then?
My mate Jack.
Oh, right, he's funding
he invested everything.
Okay.
He was just in an old school red Vectra. We just
and he's like, I'm gonna fund this.
About.
Is he like managing everything. You, or is it just what is it?
Not formally, not on paper until like a few years later. But
right. Okay.
He would give me like, even when I said that to him, like, I don't think I'm ever gonna be as good as like the Craftsman. I'll never be like.
Yeah.
I don't know what made this guy so confident about everything, but he guaranteed me that at one point, not only will I be as good as him, I'll be involved with him. I'll be working with him. I'll be doing all the things I want to do if I just keep pushing. I can't believe this.
No, you're right.
It's supposed to be on silent though.
I think if they ring more than once, answer if you want. Do you want to answer it?
I'll answer it quick. I'll just say, "Sure, I'm doing a podcast right now. Can I call you back?" I'll just text. Bro.
So let me ask you this question while you're texting. If he had shown a bit of doubt, the same doubt as you, would that have been a wrap then, the career?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So it was him that spurred you on to like, we can do this.
Yeah, he basically gave me them moments where I was like...
The confidence you need.
Yeah, I think just having someone else that
Believe
doesn't have
in
a reason, it was just like, if this cunt's still here believing in me, then I got.
Is this the first time someone's backed you, believed in you?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was getting kind of good, and then because I was young, like everyone in my area, like when I pull up and they put beats on and I spit, like even my brother, he would rap for a bit.
Right.
When I'd rap, he was like, "What's that?" He never even knew.
Right.
So he was like, "What?"
Right.
He was like, "You're rapping like this." And I remember I was like 15 at the time, and I was rapping something like, "I'm sharp as a jagged edge dagger, with your body bag up a backstabber, I'm madder than battered." And that was my lyrics and that. And it was like, at the time, that was like kind of mad. And it was like, what?
But the kind of fast tongue stuff, you're just good with it.
I think that's what I was like.
Known for?
Yeah, so I'm known for that fast tongue stuff.
Yeah. We'll just keep it. We're
gonna turn to an RTM podcast.
We just stick to music. That ain't mad. Okay, cool. You go to that studio then.
I had that whole moment of like self-doubt. I go to the studio. We recorded the whole like little project thing.
Yeah.
And it done all right. And by some sort of like mystic design, like some sort of grace of God, I had this friend who also used to like pop round and like we'd just duppy a few instrumentals, put on some beats and that, and just like rap over beats in my living room and that, because no one was really around. So these guys would come over, and I remember this one guy specifically, like at the time I was hanging around with like Jack and these lot from my area, and we were like doing stuff, like always out doing shit. Like we were really trying to create like a little proper local buzz. We was going around handing out CDs.
So you were handing out that project, yeah?
Yeah. We were
locally, Margate, yeah, right.
Outside of schools.
Are you selling them or just giving them?
No, just giving them out.
Right.
Like Jack were paying for everything.
Right.
But there's this one guy.
How many tracks on there? Sorry, 3.
There was like 3 or 4 tracks.
Right, go on, sorry.
Yeah. So there was this lad called Victor, and he kept calling me all the time, and he kept saying like, "Oh, bro, like my cousin's on bail, and he's not allowed in London no more, and he's staying with me, and he spits and he's sick, and I want to bring him around to yours because I told him you can rap, and I thought we could just come around and jam. And I was like, yeah, we'll definitely do that, and I was just busy and not doing shit. I think at this time, like, there was a nice little local buzz. Like, me and my brother Vahid were really close, and like I was with him all the time, and we'd just be doing music, and he had his decks, and I'd just be like rapping. He knew I was a good rapper, and he was the one that put me onto Frank.
Right. And
we'd be watching like YouTube, like videos of Logic. We were deep in the UK hip hop.
Yeah. And grime is not a thing for you, or
grime is a thing, yeah. But
the
it was
rap
just like,
is weird.
Yeah. It was all kind of like a passion, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But in terms of like who our favourite artists were, like we was listening to Skinny Man, Frank, Logic, LowKey, like these were our favourite artists at the time.
Right, so go on.
So this guy Victor, eventually he just turns up at my yard.
Right.
And he brings Frank with him.
Frank is with him?
Frank's with him, yeah.
The guy that you've been watching, the CDs.
Just, you can't write this shit, you can't make it up, bro.
And in Margate?
He was in Margate, at my doorstep.
Holy shit.
He was at my doorstep.
So how was that when you opened the door and it's like...
But at first I didn't open it, I just opened the window, yeah?
Yeah.
And I see him, and I see Frank, and I was like, oh yeah, try to play it off cool, and then I shut the window, and I must turn around for like, fucking hell, bro! This is it, bro! Yeah. I called Jack. I was like, Jack. He's like, what? And I was like, Frank's at my door. And he's like, what? Who? And I was like, Frank. And he was like, Frank? Who's Frank? And I was like, Frantic Frank's at my door. And he was like, are you on drugs, bro? Are you high or something?
Yeah.
I was like, bro, Frantic Frank is at my door.
Right.
He's got a bottle of brandy in his hand, and he's about to come in, and we're gonna just spit some bars together.
Right.
After we met him, originally he was living with his cousin, but after he'd met us and that, obviously I was living in this yard on my own, so he just started living in the yard.
So hold on, so Frank can't go to London, he's staying in Margate?
Yeah, he had some conditions he weren't...
What are the chances of that?
That's what I'm saying. It's divine intervention.
So he's just there, this is the guy that he's ringing you about, but he never says on the phone it's Frank.
No, he was like my cousin from Brixton, he's just down, yeah.
Right. Comes to the house.
I know, it's mad.
You meet him,
yeah.
And what, you just start talking music?
We just start...
Are you like fanboying, or are you just keeping it cool?
No, I'm not proper fanboying, because I thought, I've got to show this cunt, like I can spit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was it. I think I just... And it was good, because when he came to the yard, if he'd have turned up like a few months before, maybe 6 months prior...
Yeah.
He might have thought I was shit, 'cause
right.
I weren't where I was now, you know what I mean? I was ready, and I developed like a sort of craftsman-like style where I've been studying these lot. So he must have heard me and thought, yo, this guy is like the new me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's thinking, no, he's proper took me under his wing.
But the validation itself must have been immense for you.
It was crazy, bro. I just thought God loved me. I was like, this is it, bro. This is my moment in life.
Yeah.
And then it kind of was, to be fair, because off the back of that, he eventually...
So he just moves in?
He moved in, and I know he said he weren't meant to go back to London, but he was going back to London all the time.
Right.
And I was going with him, and I was getting introduced to Logic, I was getting introduced to LowKey, I was getting... Through Logic, I met LowKey, through Frank, I met loads of people.
Yeah, and how is this meeting these people, do you know what I mean? And you're in Margate, which is like so far away, so far detached.
They meet a lot of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially a lot of young people that can MC, because London's full of them.
Yeah.
But they couldn't MC like me, and that's not to...
No.
Because I went full retard so many times, like...
Right.
There was moments...
You never go full retard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I did, bro.
Yeah.
So many times that I developed, like, a level of artistry that weren't really... A lot of people weren't able to reach at my age.
And how old are you here?
I was like 15 turning 16.
Right.
But I told everyone I was 17.
Right.
I told everyone how old I was. I said I was 17. I was like 15 turning 16. And the big turning point was when I wrote this lyric called The Pen.
Right.
And it came from, I was listening to a lot of Nas. And Nas used to do like Rewind, where he spits a story backwards.
Right, yeah.
And then he'd have I Gave You Power, which is from the Guns perspective. You know how people do the perspective type rap stuff?
Yeah.
And I done The Pen, which was from the perspective of a pen.
Right.
And whenever I'd go to people, I was like their little party trick. They were like,
Do the pen thing.
do the pen thing.
Right.
Yeah, watch this. This little 16-year-old kid's going to come out and do the
Right.
pen, and I'd come out and I'd do the pen. And even that's how like I met LowKey.
Yeah.
Do the pen thing. I've done the pen thing for LowKey, and LowKey was like, what? Like they couldn't believe it.
How are you going to like London? Just every day?
Frank would take me,
Yeah.
Jack would take me. If it was like so all this time, by the way, like SBTV's happening, it's
Yeah.
like big and Grime
Yeah.
Daily's big. I would message SBTV every single day.
Right.
Every single day I'd message
On
them.
what? On MySpace or something?
No, I'd just email them.
Right.
I'd send them tunes. Like,
Yeah.
please, like listen to my shit, listen to my shit.
Right.
Let me do a warm up session.
Right.
And then eventually, like, they got back and they were like, yeah, come, Jamal, like, got in touch.
They got Jamal, man.
And I was like, what took you so long, man? It's been like 2 years I've been messaging you. And
Right. So in this 2 years, what are you doing? Just recording, bringing out songs?
yeah,
And circulating your house? Physical copies?
yeah, I had a little project. I had a little project that I was starting to build. It was called Yob Culture.
Right. Are you doing videos at this time? Music
Yeah,
videos?
yeah,
You
yeah,
are? And this
yeah.
is all being funded by your
My
guy?
manager, Jack, yeah.
Right.
I don't know if you know Chazza Petty.
No.
Chazza Petty's a massive camera guy.
Right.
He filmed Jungle for Amazon.
Right.
He filmed
Oh,
some
amazing.
big stuff.
So
yeah.
you got him early doors then?
Early doors, because he was from Margate and he was actually my brother Vahid.
Hey, Margate's got a little hub going
Yeah,
on,
no,
bro.
yeah.
What's going on in Margate, bro?
My brother Vahid was really good mates with him growing up. And
Right.
He's like part of the family.
And then kind of money-wise, how are you earning money? You still kind of struggling?
No,
Or-
I'm not earning money. I'm just getting in debt. Jack's just paying and writing it down somewhere. in
Right.
a little book.
Right.
Like, you're going to pay me back one day, don't worry.
Right, that's amazing that you
Yeah.
And so you're going to London to events, meeting kind of...
Not really. If I was going to London, it would be to meet like Frank and his people, and then
Yeah.
we'd do like the People's Army Cypher, and I was in there with them circles, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? In fact, one time I did get a call to go and watch Logic and LowKey perform at an Immortal Technique gig.
Right, that
And
must
then-
have been amazing.
Oh, it was amazing. When I got there, they were like, put him on stage, get him to do the pen.
Right.
yeah. So
And you did it?
I went on stage, I'd done the pen.
That
and
must have
bro,
been-
the crowd was fucking losing it, bro. It was like the first time that I come off stage and me and Jack were like, we're going to be famous, aren't we? Like, we're going to actually blow up,
Immortal
aren't we?
Technique, LowKey, Logic, that's like a lineup.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, just everyone we were meeting were just like...
And just going
Like,
on stages
bigging us up.
to those type of crowds, are you used to it?
No, that was the first time I performed
That was the first time you performed?
to a crowd like that.
Right.
Apart from that, I'd performed like twice.
And did they know the pen? Or was it a case of, was the pen becoming a cult classic? Or was it just a
I don't
case of-
think they knew it. It was just
but
like...
the way you do it?
It was just like taking them by surprise because I was my age. You know what
Right.
I mean? I was just the age I was. Now people know me because like,
Sure.
you know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
know me from the
But
early
it-
days,
I
you
think
know
it's very hard to get a reaction from a track that perhaps people don't know. Do you know what I'm saying?
no, it is. But when I went out there, I just spat it a cappella, and I think I win them over anyway because like I'm just scrawny, small, and I'm actually
they're not expecting that
I look
venom to
like a
come
child,
out.
yeah.
Right.
And I walk on, and I actually go. I used to be a pebble held in the hand of an African, part of the first tribe that carved artistic patterns on a rock of flint. They grate my solid skin against the cave wall. These are my roots, and now your youth use me in play school. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm
even
fucking-
now, I'm like, what, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? That was like fucking 15 years old. Bro.
Yeah. But getting that kind of, what do I say, like the educational aspect, that where did you get that from then? Like, because it's
That
very
was from
smart,
rap.
isn't
That
it?
was
But
from
it's
rap.
very smart.
Yeah.
So where did your smartness come from? Do you get what I'm saying?
But
because it wasn't school.
No. But that, like I said, I learned how to write that track just from listening to Nas
Right.
and just studying Nas's I Gave You Power,
Right.
and that he's got another lyric that's about being a prison cell. I'm a prison cell, 655, living hell.
Right, right.
For the guards in jail, the Knicks name, the slam, the band. And you know that Nas verse?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
but you go to the concert and they say, come on stage. Who? Logic, LowKey?
Logic and LowKey took me backstage where I was met Skinny Man.
Right.
And then Stig of the Dump was hosting.
Stig of the Dump. Yo!
Yeah, trust. Old school hit hits.
Stig of the Dump was a freestyler and a half, you know.
So
battler.
LowKey and Logic were like, bro, go up there and do the pen.
But that's amazing that they would give you that
yeah,
opportunity.
because they knew the pen would. They were like,
They
you
knew-
got to get this guy out there. So they threw me on stage. And
Right.
that's just what happened. And it's mad because like later on, like fast forward, I ended up getting invited to, one day I got invited to Ed Sheeran's shows at the Apollo. Like Ed hit me up and he was like, my dad fucking loves your music. And I was like, wow, that's mad, bro. Ed Sheeran's dad likes my shit. And he was like, come and watch me perform at the Apollo. So I went to the Apollo And then after, I just turn up like I do here. I just turn up on my own. I turn up on my own with a little suitcase. I didn't know I was getting home that night. And then he was basically like, how you getting home tonight? I was like, I don't know. And he was like, I'll come stay at mine. I went and stayed at Ed Sheeran's house. I'm sitting there at Ed Sheeran's house, and he's like, you know, the first time I ever watched you? And I was like, when? He was like, Immortal Technique, you come out and you done something about being a pen. I was like, yo, this pen shit just fucking...
So what, Ed was there?
Ed was there, bro.
But that's amazing though, bro.
Yeah.
Like how amazing, do you know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and I've got to say, Ed, I've never met him. I've met so many people that have met Ed. They say he just keeps it so 100, bro. Like, look how big he is. He's still just, do you know what I mean? But that's crazy. It's like Ed was in the crowd watching you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do that show, big reaction, adrenaline's through the roof. You're thinking this is it. We've hit
That's it, man. And at the time, I was doing a bit of work. I was working on like a building site, just painting and decorating.
Yeah.
Me and Jack were doing a bit of painting and decorating.
So then what's next then?
Oh, well, like I said, like eventually, like I've made this project,
Yeah.
Your Culture. Chaz, who is like a massive director now, he filmed some of my first music videos.
Right.
And then he immediately, because the videos, he got a camera and he was just cold with it. Like he knew exactly what he was doing. He got a job at Grime Daily.
Right.
So like the first 2 videos he filmed for me, he managed to get on Grime Daily.
Right.
And I think it just like looked different. It weren't like your typical like video that's coming out of London. Like
Right.
you can see from the people around me, like
Yeah.
we look very different.
Right.
We got this sort
But you're
of...
getting that love from GRM now.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. And I think people weren't used to seeing it, so the videos actually performed really well because people
Right.
were like, "What's all this?" Like the
Right.
songs are good,
Yeah.
the people look weird,
Right.
and
But the
it was
visuals
like,
are matching.
It was
they're giving
enticing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The visuals were sick, and I think that's where Jamal saw me.
Right.
So that's why he was like, "Oh,
You're
you've
that
been
guy
trying to
that's
get in
really
touch with me for
harassing
ages."
me for
yeah,
years.
yeah. So he's finally got in touch, and he's like, "Oh, let's do a warm up session."
Yeah. Is that the
Go-
one in the car?
That's the one in the car park,
Right.
in the red Lacoste.
Right.
So that's the first warm up session I done, and I turned up there in the red Lacoste.
Can I just stop you there for 1 second? The name Mike Righteous. You've got that name. Where did it come from? How did you establish that name?
Yeah, that came from boxing. When I used to box,
Right.
I used to like want to be when I rapped, I wanted the same ferociousness as like Mike Tyson. I wanted to be
Right.
as scary as Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? I
Right.
wanted people fear me and I wanted to be that guy. Like, I wanted to mold my rap career on how like Mike Tyson was, but I didn't want to be like. I wanted to be conscious still.
Right.
And at the time, I didn't really even know what the word meant. I just remember being like, "What, Mike Tyson? What if I was like Mike Righteous?" And then I told Jack, I was like, "I want to change my name to it," because originally my name was Mr. E. I didn't write on my arm.
Right. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. E. What's Mr. E?
Mystery.
Mystery. Oh, come on. Don't gash me. Coming with the wordplay
Yeah,
from
so
the...
I was Mystery.
That's sick.
And then my brother was Mr. Blitz.
Right.
So he gave me the rap name. He was like, "Yeah, you should be Mr. E." I was like, "All right, cool." That was my rap name. But then I was just like up like one night writing lyrics at my mate's house, and I was like, "Bro, I want to call myself Mike Righteous," but this was ages ago.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, that's a sick name." I was like, "You're sick, innit?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "So what does righteous mean again?" And he was like, "Oh, it's good. Don't worry. It's what you think it means." I was like, "Yeah, sick."
Yeah, but Mystery's
And it
cold.
stuck. Yeah, Mystery's
and it
quite
just
cold.
stuck. Okay, cool. So you filmed the thing with Jamal.
Yeah.
Goes
yeah.
well.
It went well. It went too well. Like it went
This is
so
wh-
good. People thought I was like on drugs. They were like, "This guy is a cokehead."
Right.
And I weren't. I just had severe hyperactive ADHD like disorder.
There's a lot of passion in your soul.
Yeah.
Is that just from upbringing? What do you put that down to? There's a lot of...
I just put it down to like neglect. Like
Right.
where I didn't have the amount of attention I wanted,
Yeah.
I felt neglected.
Right.
So I had a point to prove, and like I wanted vengeance. I
Right.
wanted everyone to love me. I
But it
wanted all
feels
the
like-
attention, bro.
It does feel like it's coming from pain,
Yeah,
coming from
yeah.
like, I think that resonates with the audience because it's abundantly clear. But now I didn't know your history, and now you're telling me this, your kind of upbringing and stuff. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
That would be
But I had like a point to prove, and I know I had one chance to do it.
right.
So when I went there, I had a proper fire under me, and I went so mad that everyone
Yeah.
thought I was on gear,
Right.
and they were like, "This kid's on cocaine for sure, bro."
Right.
But it was all the chat that created the buzz around it.
Right.
So all these people were talking like, where's he from?
All
Is
of
he
that.
is he mixed race?
Right.
Is he white? No
Course.
one really tells. Why does he look so much like Theo Walcott? Like all of this
Right.
stuff. Like
The algorithm's doing this
yeah,
thing. back
yeah.
then.
It was going crazy. I remember sitting there in the car and it come out, and I said to Jack, I was like, imagine if we wake up tomorrow and it's just got like 2,000 views. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Oh
2,000
my God,
views,
like,
right.
2,000 views would be sick, bro.
Right.
And woke up and it had like 5,000. We were like, what? We're famous. That's it, bro.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
5,000 people. It's like a lot of
It's
people
true.
back then.
The video blows up though.
Even back then, like people weren't really doing crazy numbers like they're doing now.
Yeah. Is the warm-up sessions before the F64 or after?
Yeah, it was before that.
Right, okay.
After that, I got the phone call from Naughty Boy, and Naughty Boy was
Right,
like,
so hold on
I
now,
wanna meet
hold
Mike
on.
Righteous.
Yeah. Right, let me put a pin in that. SBTV, and this is great because you're at the right time when SB's blowing up, GRM's coming up. It's like you're on the right wave. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like everything's in your favour.
This was literally just the start, like.
Yeah,
You
I
know what
know.
It's so crazy, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
even I forget, like, how
Yeah.
much.
Do you think that's all God's plan?
Yeah.
Are you a godly person at this time
Yeah.
in your life?
Yeah.
Have you always been?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was a strange child. Like my brother's mates were just like chat to me like on the level, and I'd give them like godly advice and shit.
Are you like Christian Muslim? Is that a thing for you, or just do you believe in God?
No, I don't subscribe to any sort of
Religion.
but in essence, I'm very religious. Like
Right.
I do believe in like an all-knowing, all-being
Sure.
cosmic power. I believe in the mystic power that controls
Sure.
and the unwritten laws of nature, and I believe in the structure of
Absolutely.
of life itself in the universe. But I can't.
You can't.
I
put
just
it-
I
you
just
can't
I
put it
just
in.
I just refuse to think if God is out there and he's as powerful as we all believe, he's got no time to interfere in typical like human affairs. Like it's beyond that.
But you see it as he was godly, so he has interfered in your life. He's given you, or do you
But
see?
we're all just part of it. We're all just part of the perfect thing that's happening.
Is your family really like religious or anything on it?
Yeah, my mum's very religious.
Okay.
And my family are all from a Muslim background. And,
Right.
and I say that, but I have the most respect for people of all
Absolutely.
ethnic backgrounds and all religions. Like
Sure.
I respect the discipline
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I don't think I could become Muslim, or I can't become a Christian or any of them, because for me, like, I don't think I've got the discipline in me. I don't think I'll be able to be consistent with that
Right.
level of discipline.
Fair enough. Some may say because your upbringing was so harsh, or whatever it was, someone like you may not believe in God. Do you get what I'm saying? Because why are these things happening? Have you ever questioned that?
Maybe it made me believe in God more. I think
Right,
I've
so
done the opposite.
Do you believe everything happens for a reason then?
I think
Or
everything's
what doesn't kill you
working.
makes you stronger? Or?
Yeah, I think everything that's happening is just perfect. It's perfectly happening.
Right.
It's happening in its own divine order, and it's just
Sure.
it's just perfect.
Absolutely. Okay. SBTV comes out, does a madness. Yeah. Like your name's out there then, right?
Yes.
So then, what is it now? Is it a project? What is it now? You've officially landed, and you used the word earlier, conscious, the rap conscious. Do you put yourself in that category of conscious rap?
Yeah.
Are you kind of happy to do that?
I think
Because
I'm one of these people that doesn't include themselves in like the mainstream culture and celebrity culture. Like honestly, I can't
I hear
stand
that.
shit.
But it then puts you in a kind of lane. Do you get what I'm?
If that's where people want to put me, I guess that's where people have put me. But
Right. Are
I'm
you kind of
just a
happy to be
person.
in that lane?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Because there's a real rise at the time. LowKey, Logic, Immortal Technique, you, Frank. There is that happening. Even though grime's happening, there seems like there's a wave of this thing
Well, you got to
happening.
remember what was happening in grime as well at the
Right.
time.
Go on.
Because at that period of time, we're talking
What's this? 05, 6, 7? Right. Go on.
about 2006, 7.
Right.
Maybe even later. Maybe it was probably about, I think it was about 2010 really.
Right.
This was when it was really popping.
Yeah.
Between 2008, 2010, like your Skeptas, your Wileys, your Tiny Tempers, your Pro Greens, your
Sure.
Tinchy Striders, your Dappies, like they were all making like music that if you go back and listen to now, I'm pretty sure even they would say like it's a tough listen.
Right.
It ain't easy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I hear you.
It weren't the greatest.
Okay,
of
so
music.
this is the label era then, when the label started to get involved and make more commercial.
When people were just chucking any old singer on a hook, giving you like that.
Sure.
Just a pop top line.
Did that not tempt you though? Because there's money there.
I think we were the reason we changed it. I think me, Frank, LowKey, like us, even Benny Banks, like that whole phase of us.
You kept it 100. On that.
We showed that there was a lack of interest in that now, and it'd gone dry.
Right.
People had their hits, and it was kind of done now. And like people really want to get back to like
to the realness.
Yeah, just seeing seeing people like really perform.
Okay, so you do that off the SBTV. Naughty Boy rings you. He just calls you. Okay, and says.
Jamal called me and he said Naughty Boy wants to call you, and I was like, yeah, give him my number, and he called me.
Naughty Boy's done Black Boys at the time. What else has he done? He's got a couple bangers. He's known, right?
Yeah,
he's working with Bashi a lot, Big Nasty, and all of that.
Yeah, he's signed. He's got his major record deal.
Okay, he's got his deal.
I guess like the people at Sony had invested just as much like belief into what Naughty Boy was doing as Jack did with me.
Right.
So when I finally met Naughty Boy, I was like, how comes every single fucking label is like swinging from this guy's tits? Like
they love Naughty Boy.
They loved him, bro. He didn't even have no. He had Black Boys out. That was it.
Yeah.
But then he played me some music that he's working on, and he played me like Emeli Sande's music. And at the time, no one knew who Emeli Sande was.
Right.
And he was playing me things like Heaven and her music that hadn't come out yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah.
Okay.
This is why, innit? Because people can just hear this and be like, if.
And he reaches out to you. He wants you to work with him, work on an album, or what is it?
He got a lot of love for me.
Right. He's in Watford, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's in Watford. Yeah, I know this. Right. Okay. You go there, start making what? How many songs you making?
Oh, the guy had a lot of love for me, and it was probably a bit too much love for me, because even his own like managers were saying like, start working on Emily's stuff, start finishing your projects.
Right.
You just hang around Mike Righteous all the time, you know what I mean? Like I was just in the studio all the time.
Right.
And we ended up having like a love-hate relationship where we'd fucking get on one day, fight the next.
Okay. Why? Why are you fighting? Just
because
creative
like
control or
just the complexities. Like he's a complex geezer to be around.
Right.
I guess I'm like very like I'm a bit tapped in the head. Like I'm not gonna just, you know what I mean.
Right.
So.
And are you kind of staying in Watford then, or are you back and forward? What are you doing?
No, he had a studio in Ealing.
That's it.
F Block. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That infamous one. There were.
And I think a lot of people that there like respected him. They knew the position he was in.
F
So they
Block.
kind of.
Sorry to interrupt. There was Naughty Boy. There was a few people, weren't there? ADP, was ADP there?
Yeah, even
Alan Sampson.
Still Bangles was up there
Bangles, too. They were all in one Ealing block. I don't know how this happens, bro, but they were all in one place. I remember it. Okay, cool. So you're going there a lot, and are you making an album with him? What is it then?
I never even knew. I managed to sign a publishing deal with them.
With who?
With Naughty Boy, Naughty Words. He signed my publishing.
Right. What does that mean for the people?
So he just signed the rights to my publishing to Sony. So they just owned the rights to my publishing, so my performance rights, a percentage of my writing.
Right.
And I was working on an EP at the time.
Right.
With his band. And that was away from Naughty Boy. But Naughty Boy wasn't actually producing records for me, but we was making a lot of songs. But he's never actually produced a record for me apart from the one that we done on his project.
Right.
And the warm-up session that's on SBTV, the 2012 one. That's Naughty Boy's record.
How much is the publishing deal? If you don't mind
it was only £10,000.
Okay, is that a lot for you at the time? Or what is that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd never have £10,000 any other time, like all in one go. But
so
at the time, like I owed Jack a lot of money.
Right. How much did you owe him?
I mean, I owed him a lot. I don't even know.
More than 10? Under 10?
Yeah, probably more than 10.
Right. So
he never took any of that off me either.
Right.
But he looked after the money for me and gave it to me when I needed it, because he knew if I had 10 grand, I wouldn't have 10 grand by the next day.
So Jack's your manager?
Jack was my manager at the time.
Officially or just like...
Yeah, he had to be official, because I had to have a manager to sign the deal with Sony. Yeah.
So Jack's the manager, he's happy to do this, money goes to Jack, and he's kind of feeding you the money. Do you scum it, or what do you do? Do you just get daily limits?
I was getting like £100 whenever I needed it, and like just going to and from.
Big up Jack, you know. He sounds like a real one. I don't know your relationship with him now, though, but I'd like to say that. Jack, whoever you are, fucking real one, bro. Yeah,
he is.
It's hard to find, bro. I promise you now. And
straight.
as you know in music, bro, it's very hard. Okay, so how long are you working with Naughty Boy?
It makes you think that there are actually genuinely really good people. Not
very
everyone's
rare.
a scumbag. And
Very
I think
rare.
A lot of people get a bad reputation, the good people.
Yeah.
Because so many scumbags are out there.
But there's a good-hearted people out there, and it's lovely to see. Do you know what I mean? So big up this gentleman, Jack.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long are you with like Naughty Boy for then? Doing this what?
I mean, I still chat to him now.
But
But the deal was 5 years long.
It was a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
Right.
I had a kid in that time as well.
Okay.
I had a girl back in Margate that was pregnant.
So how old are you?
I was 19.
Right.
Yeah.
So how is that for you then?
I tried to keep it under wraps. I didn't really try telling anyone.
Right. Why?
Just because I thought it would affect like the deal. They wouldn't want to sign me.
Right.
They thought my attention would be elsewhere.
Did Jack know?
Yeah, Jack knew. Yeah, Jack knew.
Right. Okay.
My dad knew. Like people knew and that.
Right. So how was that to kind of manage?
I guess you just do it, innit? Like they didn't have another choice, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
worried?
actually, Jack really helped me with that. Like if I ever needed money, he'd help lend it to me.
Right.
Like I knew my kid weren't gonna go without, but also I wanted to make it. You know what I mean? I wanted to make something of myself. So when my son was older, like I could take care of him.
Was it a lot of pressure though, knowing kind of your kind of upbringing and the things I presume you didn't want him to go through?
I don't know because a lot of people my age were having kids.
Right.
Like I had a friend, one of my best mates. He already had 2 kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he
Right.
was younger than me.
Right. Sure.
Like kids were having kids.
But you've got this career going on. Do you know what I mean? Is it kind of hard to balance the two?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was because Naughty Boy wanted me in the studio a lot.
Right.
Um,
And you didn't tell him?
no, I told him.
Right.
I told him, and I remember when I told him, there was like awkward silence for a bit, but
Right.
it was all right. We still signed the deal. We got it through.
Okay.
But I think my and Naughty Boy's relationship were like family, like 2 brothers that couldn't stop fighting, but also were like cool.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of love for each other, and I think he kind of like kept me around, and that did put a strain on my relationship.
At home.
Because like
Work.
eventually I weren't with my child's mum,
Right.
so me and her weren't getting on at that period of time.
Right.
Because when I should have been there, I was in the studio, and
Yeah.
Boy, always in the studio.
Yeah.
And I was doing like mad things. Like we were doing a lot of craziness.
But do you know what I'm trying to get at is you were with Naughty Boy for so long. Where was the music? That's what from just an outside point of view. I'm trying to connect the dots.
The music was
you're
there.
in F Block and you're with Naughty Boy.
Yeah.
And like.
So this was 2000 and between 2010 and 2012.
Right.
Like I was just building up more hype, doing more freestyles,
Yeah.
getting myself on the circuit,
Yeah.
doing shows. That's when I signed my deal to Naughty Boy. In 2012, I released my EP Open Mic.
Right.
And that had the next warm-up session on,
Right.
which was, numbers-wise, was outselling everyone at the time.
Right.
Like it was the one of the first UK hip hop albums to actually enter the charts.
Right.
And
Where did it get to?
I can't remember. I think it was just like Apple Music like
Right.
charts, not official charts,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Apple Music charts. Like people weren't even getting in
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah.
Like this was before like Tell 'Em Don't Waste My Time. This was before the whole era. Like people weren't doing it.
Yeah.
But like my music was like #1 in Apple iTunes charts.
Yeah.
I was like the hot for 2013 artist on BBC Radio. Like
Yeah.
the BBC Radio people put me on the A list, the B list. I had songs all over the radio and shit.
And you're like independent here. You got a publishing deal.
just publishing, but yeah, independent.
So are like labels not kind of knocking?
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
Yeah. What are these majors?
yeah, but they were just kind of umming and ahhing because they didn't really know what to do. They just come out of this whole like shadow of all of these like pop records.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they just had a whole situation where because Tiny Temper, because of the success, they would just sign any rapper who would jump on a song with Lily Allen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like every rapper was getting a deal.
But was there an official offers to you then?
No, there weren't. There was always interest, and I just got bored of turning up to these dumb meetings. I thought, what? I was just sick of turning up to meetings with people, going to meetings with people, And it's like, why am I doing like 4 meetings every week and nothing's happening? Like,
is that just because you're too conscious? What is it? What do you think? You're hard to place. You're too aggressive. What is it?
I'm not sure. I just think I
Not
can't
commercially viable. I don't know.
Maybe they have their reasons.
Yeah.
Maybe they had their reasons, but they would always sort of be interesting. It was like hanging about. I think what it really is just like it is today. Like when you walk into a label and you're walking into a meeting, they want to see a certain amount of followers first. Yeah. They want to see a certain thing, and I think they were.
But you had that though, no?
To a degree, I think they were just waiting for me to have a big hit or something.
Okay.
And be like, oh, you
but
can
your
make a hit.
freestyles are killing it.
Yeah, like all of that stuff, definitely.
Killing it.
They could see people liked me. You know what I mean? It was just at that place where it was like, is he gonna be well famous? Like, is he gonna be a mainstream success?
Yeah, but isn't that their job to make you that? Do you know what I'm saying?
I thought so, but it turns out it's not.
The development side of things would be like.
Turns out it's not.
All right, cool. So when do you stop working with Naughty Boy then? Just.
I think things just went a bit sour. Like things went we ended up just clashing too much, getting in too much beef.
Why? Just butting heads.
Yeah, basically.
Like frustration.
Because a lot of people around him, you got to think like they wouldn't want to stand up to him because he's a powerful person in the industry.
Right.
I just didn't care about that, so I would always be fighting with him.
Right. This is way before the Sam Smith song and all of that.
Yeah, like I'd be in a studio with Sam Smith when they were making the song.
Right. So
like Sam Smith.
It's woken him up, bro. He's like, what the?
Sam Smith knew me as like he called me like my name Rocky. He would know me as Rocky. We'd be in the studio just chatting before he was a weirdo.
Right. So when he's there recording all of that, he's just another artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that was going to be a big hit?
Yeah, we did know. He come to Margate one time, and this is when I filmed my video for Ghost Town. I had a big video for a video shoot called Ghost Town, and that was like my first like big proper like hit. Well, kind of hit.
Yeah.
Like, it was on the BBC playlist and shit. It was all over the radio and shit. And I was just like invited a bunch of people to the video, and that's when he came down and he played me that tune for the first time.
Who, Naughty Boy or Sam Smith?
No, Naughty Boy.
Okay.
Naughty Boy came down to the video shoot, he came down to Margate, and he played us just the beat to La La La.
Yeah.
And at that time, he was meant to be finishing up his album. It was meant to be like a year before he'd finished it. But
right.
Yeah, and then eventually like that became like that, what that song became.
Okay.
And then we'd actually fallen out for quite a while. We hadn't even spoke after that. So that night, he come to Margate.
Yeah.
Basically some shit went down, yeah. So I'm not going to go into it because it.
But what shit went down, bro?
yeah. I can't. That's something I'm not going
to
disclose because it's
Can we
someone else's life, innit? Like
something happened with him.
Yeah. So he's involved in some madness. So anyway, but
it don't sound. He's not. He doesn't appear like one of them people to you.
God.
But
that's what he's probably not. He's you know what I mean. He might have just had a moment of insanity.
Right.
But yeah, he's come down, he's played the track, and that actual night, there was like a point of no return. Like, we had a massive fight that night.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Okay.
Like, it was very bad. And I was like, okay, well, we're never chatting to him again.
Right.
And then I remember I went to Jack's the next day, and I was like, fucking, I told you I don't want to speak or deal with that person. Because a lot of the time, I would be coming back from Naughty Boys being like, bro, you keep sending me to the studio. We're not even making music. I don't even really know if I like this guy. I don't even know why he keeps bringing me to the studio.
Right.
Like,
So what are you doing there then?
It's like some controlling thing. Like I felt like it was like a controlling thing. Like
Oh,
he's
one
got
of
like
them
a fucking
ones.
like a pet goldfish in the studio. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I don't know. He just wants a shadow there or something.
Right.
And Jack would always argue back like this might be what the music industry's like. This is like what it's like working for a boss. You turn up on a scaffolding site. Your boss is a cunt. Like you got to go work still.
Right. So you're just there basically.
Like nothing was really happening, but I was there, and I ain't gonna lie, like I was meeting everyone. I was meeting Leona Lewis, I was meeting Emeli Sande, like I was meeting all these people. I met Mary J. Blige. I was in the studio with like, I didn't do nothing. We weren't making no music.
Right.
Like,
did you not want to say to like, can I not jump on something?
I mean, I was jumping on stuff. It was just staying in the studio.
Okay, so you done collabs with people.
I've done collabs with so many people, bro. I've done collabs with.
Okay, let's talk about the ones that never ever came out.
Yeah. I mean, I got tons of songs with Emeli Sande. I got a song with Nas that never came out.
You got a song with Nas?
I got a song with Nas that never came out.
Bro.
Yeah.
What do you mean, bro?
Yeah, me and Nas. I was on a remix of one of his songs.
What, did he come studio or was it just?
No, they just sent it to me. Universal sent it to me.
Right. Sent it to Naughty Boy or you?
They sent it to me.
Right. So why is that song not out then?
I like to think it's because I buried him on the song, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
You go,
like-
oh my God.
I absolutely murked it, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So Nas, who else?
Ah, man, there's so many. But then there's songs that actually end up coming out. Like, so I was working with Zayn Malik when he was in the studio.
Yeah, because he was there, wasn't he? In
Yeah.
F Block, or
Yeah.
whatever it was.
And that was a whole
Right.
situation as well.
So when Zayn Malik was leaving One Direction,
And at this time, it was like 2012, 2013, and I was doing my second fire in the booth, my first fire in the booth.
right?
I was well in with Charlie Sloth. He took me out.
Just come a bit. Sorry,
I was.
I'm gonna talk about the fire in the booth.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. I'd gone to Iron Apple. I'd already had the beef with Tim Westwood. I was dating Maya Jama. Like,
Yeah.
I was everywhere and everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. So shall we do this in a timeline thing then? Okay, the collabs that never happened. Let's just finish that first. Nas, who else? Which ones? Emeli Sande,
Yeah, I got a couple with Emeli.
Zayn Malik.
Nas was the main one that never saw the light of day.
Right.
But then there were just a few floating out there. I had one with who was it? I can't even remember their names now. Because a lot of the big rappers that were big then, they're not big no more. So like,
Right.
you know what I mean? But they were the big rappers back then.
The Zayn Malik one, was that a big thing? Because obviously One Direction is huge. He wants to solo career.
Yeah.
You're there. You do some songs with him or one song.
Yeah, we were just there making a bunch of music. Like the song that we ended up doing together was a No Type remix. It had Krept and Conan on it, and originally, like, we'd all made this plan because he couldn't release no music. He'd just left One Direction. There was
Yeah.
all these politics amongst like what he was about to do
Yeah.
and why he left One Direction. But he wanted to leave One Direction for his own reasonings, I believe, because I mean, it's clear to see. I don't think he was always suited for the boy
Yeah.
band image. Like, he wants to be more serious. He's a good artist. He
Yeah.
can rap. He can spit as well.
Yeah.
And I think he wanted to do what he wanted to do. He wanted
Sure.
to make the music he wanted to make, and it would have been a success because he's got so many fans. So he knew he could have, but he had to leave One Direction and boycott the whole band.
Yeah.
And obviously Simon Cowell ain't on that.
Yeah.
Simon Cowell's close with Naughty Boy. Simon Cowell's like right hand man, visits Naughty Boy all the time.
Swear down.
Yeah.
Where you see him in
Big,
F Block?
massive gay bald guy. Yeah.
Oh, the bodyguard guy.
Nah, he's
Oh.
not. He looks like a bodyguard.
Okay.
But he's just a huge bald white man. But he's always like linking Naughty Boy, and I don't know if he's still about now, but he would basically introduce like Zayn to me. I remember the first time I actually met Zayn, he was with his bodyguard, and
Who was his bodyguard?
Zayn was with his
Oh, right,
bodyguard.
go
But I went into F Block. I'm walking around F Block trying to find like Naughty Boy. And this guy's following me around. I thought, who the fuck's this guy, bro? I'm going to fucking weigh him in. I was like, what are you doing, bro? Why are you following me? He's like, where are you going? What are you doing? I was like, why are you asking, innit?
Yeah.
And then Naughty Boy's come out, and I was like, you're right? And he was like, oh, that's Zayn's bodyguard. I was like, oh, shit, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
And they explained who I was, and I went in there, and they were like, you're lucky, bro. That guy kills people, bro. Like,
Right.
He's a real killer, bro. I was like, oh, fuck.
Right,
I
so-
was just about to fucking lay one on him,
Man was
guys.
going to give him the Margate special, you get me?
Yeah.
Okay, so then the songs, they never come out though. That must be so like frustrating, like the Zayn one, do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, that did come out.
oh, it did come out.
Oh, yeah, that's another story.
Okay,
man.
go on, tell me.
So, I'd basically, at this point, like, I'd given up on ever, like, trying to succeed in a mainstream.
Okay, why? Just tired of the meetings, tired of that bullshit?
Yeah, it's just not, it weren't me. It's not what I wanted to do.
Right.
And I think like Zayn, it was like a similar thing. I didn't want to be a radio person. I didn't want to be like a celebrity person. I didn't want to be part of this nepotistic, gatekeepy, like cliquey society of rappers that I think is very easy to like become part of.
Yeah.
Because I just don't believe in that. I come from a place
Yeah.
where people will never ever get to do what I done.
Right.
Because them opportunities aren't there for them.
Right.
I had to literally like force my way in through so much like dedication and just extremism. And I think that shouldn't be the case.
Right.
And I think it's sort of no longer the case anymore. Like
Right.
we do have a massive, there are artists from Brighton that are blowing up. There are artists from all over the place that are blowing up now. But at that specific time, it's like, if you're not from London, it's not happening for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it was one of them, like, while it was cool to be my mate,
Yeah.
everyone wanted to be my mate.
Right.
But like, soon as I sort of like, there was an opportunity to shut me out of the game
Right.
and get rid of me,
Right.
I noticed people started wanting to like, not have me at events, not support me, and
Why do you think that was though? What did you do that was so like?
nothing, man. I just think when they see you as a threat, they won't ever see you as a friend again.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was. It's just probably a threat to a lot of people.
Okay, let's talk about your fire in the booths.
Mm.
Big up Charlie. You go on there, obliterate things. 2012 was your first one?
2011,
2011.
2013, and then the third one I think was in 2016
Okay, so
or 2015.
first one, you're talking about free Palestine and it's muted.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel when the BBC back then takes that out?
That was the first time I was like actually introduced to
Censorship.
the censorship, but also how deep rooted the Zionist machine goes.
Right.
And like how much control they have over our media.
Right.
And I didn't really even know at the time.
Mm.
And that taught me so much, because the actual lyric itself wasn't even really much to do with Palestine. It was just 2 words.
Free Palestine.
And in the context of it all, there was nothing else about it.
Right.
It weren't like a whole bar about Palestine. It was just like 2 words. And I said so much other political stuff. The very next lyric was, I'll burn a Fed for the brutality they spread across the world.
Right.
Which was perfectly fine.
Right.
By their...
Sure.
And they removed it for reasons they said because they wanted to remain impartial, right?
Right. Is that a conversation with Charlie or is that a conversation?
No, definitely not with Charlie.
Right.
I think someone must have said to Charlie, you have to mute that. You have
Right.
to censor it.
Right.
And he would have just had to do it, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been something he wanted to do.
No, but did you have that convo with him? Like, bro?
Yeah, I had a convo with a few people. Like, there was a guy at the time who was working at One Extra called Austin.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Austin,
He used
you know
to run
Austin?
it.
Yeah, he used to run it. And then he got a job at Spotify.
Yeah.
We were really good friends with him.
Right.
He helped me get on the radio a few times. Like, one time, I think the first meeting we had with him, Jack slipped him like a little brown envelope with quite a bit of cash in, and then he was like, "Oh, I like you guys," you know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
so payola is the
what
thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, let's talk about that.
100%.
Let's just
Yeah,
sidetrack to that.
We done that a few times with a few different DJs, and had to sweeten them up, pay them money, and then they start playing our stuff.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you pay them money and they don't play your stuff, and I'm like, what's this about?
But people would say like BBC and stuff like that, they're meant to be impartial or they can't. But you're saying it happens.
Oh yeah, it definitely
And
happens.
how?
But it backfired. It backfired massively.
Why?
Because in an attempt to
Pay to play.
destroy the message, they amplified it 1,000 times more.
What do you mean?
The Free Palestine message.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you was referring to
Yeah.
the...
But no, go on.
But no, that's just the only point I was making there. So it was a feeble attempt to diminish the message, because what they ended up doing is exposing themselves on a mad scale to the whole country, and then they will become like, I mean, they were under fire like for like a whole week.
Right.
And yeah, it just took the whole thing to
Do you think
another
that put a
level.
target on your back then?
No, it got way more support.
No, but I'm talking about from.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it did and it didn't.
Right.
I think they knew to watch, but I think also they were like, this is one of them ones where we could probably turn this person. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? There's still an opportunity to take me to the dark side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's always that as well.
And this dark
They've
side.
already given me some more opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, BBC, we want to work with you. We want to do this. We want to make you hot for 2013. We want to put you on a BBC
Right.
A-list, B-list. Just shut your fucking mouth and don't mention Palestine again.
And you think that was what was happening?
I think so, yeah.
But they didn't say it in those words.
I mean, I knew I couldn't go there and speak about certain things.
You knew.
Yeah, for sure.
How
I didn't want to compromise, like, and you got to also, yeah, this is what else this is the other thing that makes me think the other thing that made me feel that they had an agenda, because they're still showing me all this mad support,
Right.
Like, they're putting me on their playlist. They've made me one of the artists to watch out for. They give me a live session. What are them things they call?
Yeah.
BBC.
There was a BBC Live something.
Yeah, I had
Live
one
Lounge?
of them.
No,
Live
Live
Lounge,
Lounge,
yeah.
Live
So
Lounge.
I had one of them. I was literally like all over the BBC.
Right.
And I'd only just done a diss track about their most famous hip hop DJ, Tim Westwood. I'd literally just called him
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I just outed him.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, we will talk
But
about
they were
that.
still showing me support after that, which makes me think they don't really care about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a chance, they can, you know, continue this support for me and keep me shut, because they know as long as I'm on their platform, I'm not going to be talking about that stuff.
Right.
And yeah, I had a couple of relationships with a few DJs and a few radio pluggers. I don't even know why you need a radio plugger,
But
bro.
even now, pluggers, you got to pay to get them to email someone else. So what the
I
fuck's
know.
happening, bro?
It's crazy. So people money grabbing, bro.
Yeah.
It's mad.
And then the brown envelopes to DJs. How much you paying DJs?
Thousands.
Thousands to play a record.
Yeah.
But you're on the
She was
playlist and stuff like
Her
that.
name's Cyan Anderson.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like her at all at the time because she took a load of money off us.
Allegedly,
She was like-
allegedly. It's all entertainment purposes. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah. No, this is fact. I give her.
No, I'm saying allegedly. Right, go on.
She wanted the money up front for something, so I paid her. We paid her like I think like $1,500 or something.
Right.
That's kind of a lot of money for
What, to play a record?
not to play a record, just to help with advertisement for my album Dreamland.
Okay, so
So
that's
I don't know.
allowed then, isn't it? That's not payola, is it? That's like you're paying her to promote something.
Yeah, I'm paying her to. She was going to get it in like magazines and stuff
Okay,
like that.
So she's plugging it for you.
Kind of, yeah.
Right, okay.
But when you meet these people and they're like, yeah, so I'm going to get you in Complex, I'm going to get you in this place.
Right.
And I'm like, cool, if you could do that, here's the dough, let's crack on.
Right.
Then she's like, oh, we want to come down to Dreamland, the actual theme park,
Right.
for the day.
Right.
You can take the
Where's Dreamland?
edits in Margate.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it's a theme park in Margate. That's where
Right.
I named my debut
Sure.
album after, Dreamland.
Right.
So, and the album is actually just like a biography of my story and that up
Sure.
until that point.
So she says she wants to come to Dreamland.
Well, she said we got all these editors, all these journalists. They're going to come down. You're going to take them around Dreamland. So we're going to hired out Dreamland for the day, and then that was it. Basically, it was kind of like that. She was like, yeah. So they're going to come down. We're going to do like a write up on the whole thing after. You're going to play them the album. Then we're going to do a write up on it. I was like, sick. So who's coming? She was like, well, we got SBTV and Grime Daily, and I was like, what?
Right.
I was like, what? I could have just called them myself, bro. Like,
Yeah.
what? What happened to like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we got into it and I was just like, you know what? Keep the money. I don't want to work with you.
Wow. That must be
was it.
annoying.
It was a little bit. But then it's one of them, like, I just realised, yeah, that at my most popular, when I was all over the radio,
Yeah.
I was doing all that shit, I was broke. I was more broke then than I've ever been.
Right.
I've earned more money from music in the last year, just handling my own business, no manager, dealing with things on my own,
Right.
than I ever have. I've bought my own crib, got my own car,
Yeah.
I look after myself, my son eats well, he's well,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's got
yeah,
anything he wants.
Sure.
Like,
Just touching back on the fire and the booths, you've actually said you don't want people to watch them anymore.
Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
yeah. Most of them you can watch anyway because they're on Charlie Sloth's channel. I just don't want any of the content that I did with the BBC getting them any more viewership, earning any more of their money for
Okay.
it. Because it's blood money at the end of the day.
Right.
To me,
Elaborate.
to me, it's just their blood money. Their media. If this was 1950s Nazi Germany,
Right.
and they're advocating for Nazis,
Right.
at the end of all that, they're going to be prosecuted and held accountable. They have so much involvement and so much implications, and they've done so much corrupt, bias media reporting that they're involved in so many multiple terrorist attacks, war crimes, and justifications for Iraq wars. 11 million Muslim people were slaughtered. Like, you think that they don't have, that they don't matter? Like, if people really knew the truth and the media reported on the truth, these wars would have ended before they even started.
Right.
And that's not what happens. They do the opposite. They fuel people with propaganda, and for some reason it actually works. And you have people that not just allow it, but support it, send their kids off to go and kill children and kids and stuff, and innocent Muslims, and they're dying as well. We're sending our people to go and die because some old man wants to control oil in another country. But the media are the ones that control the narrative. They're responsible. This is the money they make. They fund this dystopian sort of like propaganda thing, and for me, I just think it's just quite frankly like disgusting, and I just don't want no part of it. If there's anything I can do to not contribute to it, I can. I know it doesn't really matter. Like, you can say that, but at the same time, like every little thing you can do is gonna play towards like a greater influence and a bigger help.
Yeah.
So if we're all just doing nothing,
Right.
or if we're all doing something, it's going to be better than all of us doing nothing.
Fair enough. Just people that you have worked with, like you get to work with Frank, you get to work with LowKey, you get to work with Logic, you get to work with Akala.
Yeah.
Like, how is that for you? Do you want some?
Can I get some more?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
How is that for you? Do you know what I mean? Are you kind of, I don't know,
It's
are
great.
you kind of backing yourself like, yeah, I'm the man now, or is it? A
I
case of
do, but I
meeting
also know that like I was a bit of a hillbilly, like from Margate, like
Right.
a bit rough, like
Right.
didn't know how to conduct myself.
Yeah.
Like even Akala, like a lot of the times when I went on tour with him and I was around him, like I was scared to speak because he was so smart and he had to be so clever. But like if I say something, I'm just gonna sound dumb, ain't I?
It doesn't come that way when you spit though.
No, I know.
Do you get it?
I know.
Like
No, but that's why I was
because
there
you're
in
a
the first
conscious
place,
rapper
yeah.
and you put that label on yourself. That usually comes with high intellect and
Yeah.
etc. etc. So, yeah, go on.
I guess I just didn't have my belief in myself like,
Right.
socially like that.
Sure.
Because like maybe who I was in my music was Mike Righteous.
Yeah.
But then majority of the time I'm just Rocky, you know what I mean? I'm just
sure.
just the kid from.
And are you able to distinguish the two? Like, is there a switch that makes you become Mike Righteous,
Yeah,
or are they
yeah,
just
of
both
course.
intertwined?
Just when I was performing, when I'm on the stage,
Right.
whenever I was performing,
And is that just a switch you can switch it on?
I think they just happen naturally. Like I'm the showman now. It's
Right,
time
right,
to
right.
perform. Like I've got
Sure.
my lines, I got my script. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Sure.
time to act.
But like, kind of like working with Frank, like you're the person that
Frank's different. Like I feel like Frank, he lived
come
with
up
me.
with
He
him.
knew
Yeah.
he knew who
Okay,
I was.
so then who was the one that you thought, fucking hell, like minus the nauseas and all that, because that hasn't come out.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, do you know what I mean? In this field of consciousness, let's say, quote unquote.
Like who? What would you say? Like
Me, yeah. Like, who was the features that you was like, fucking hell?
oh man, I think.
Because at the time, sorry to interrupt, a LowKey feature is a big fucking deal, bruv. Like, LowKey had the game in the chokehold, bruv, at
Yeah.
one point. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I was there, I see the whole thing. Like, to have a collab with LowKey must have been,
Yeah, it was.
you know what I mean? Logic
But
there.
then, yeah, I guess like I became synonymous with LowKey, like
Right.
because it was like this whole conscious wave. I think people knew me. If people knew LowKey, they knew Mike Righteous.
Was that a bit of a negative effect on you? Because LowKey's very much this side here and very anti everything else.
Yeah.
So by then affiliating with him.
I think he actually set a really good example.
Right, go on.
Maybe if there weren't them sort of examples for me, I might have continued trying to pursue more of a mainstream
Right.
like view on things.
So LowKey showed that you could do it independently. Is that the phone call you need at 4? Do you want to take it?
It is.
Phone call done. Sorry. So working with LowKey, did it hinder you a bit? Because now you're put in that position of fighting the same type of fight. Do you get what I'm saying? And a lot of people weren't messing with him. Mainstream wouldn't mess with people like LowKey because of his conscious stance. So do you feel like you kind of took that on board as well? And maybe that's why they weren't.
It could have been the start of it. I was sort of on the fence when I was having a lot of mainstream success. So I was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah.
And then over time I just decided what side I was on.
So you made that choice. I'm going to go on this side here, and I don't care about all of that stuff. Because it looked like you could very much be that guy. Do you know what I mean? And
I mean, I still had support in the industry. Like Charlie Sloth was still backing me.
Yes.
Till the end.
Yes.
I signed my first album to Charlie Sloth.
Yeah, so all right then, let's talk about that then. So Sloth he really supported you from even what I know. He was really trying to back you, bless him. Like you had, is it 4 fire in the booth, 3?
4.
4 fire in the booth. Some people can't even get 1 out here, do you get what I'm saying? But he was really supporting you, right? He believed in you.
He'd tell you himself, he genuinely believed like I was one of the best rappers in the country.
And it was nice of Charlie to have his platform and still, because he could have just been so focused on what he was doing, not really have time to do that, do you know what I mean? But it really seemed like he was supporting your tours. He was there to push you. Do you know what I mean? What was he just doing it out of love, or what was it? Was it part of a deal? What?
I mean, at first it was all just genuine love, like,
right.
And it always has been that, even when we did sign the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a good guy.
And then he signed you to his label. What does that deal look like? Is it a big deal? What is it?
It was a 2-album deal.
Right.
With the option for a third, I think.
Right.
But then after the second, we decided to just part ways.
Right. Can we know figures signing deals, or is it kind of an independent thing, or is it?
It was. The thing was, we didn't want to really announce that we was signing the deal. We still wanted to keep it
right.
Like
is that because he's on BBC and it might look like he's favouring kind of? Do you know what I mean? Because that could be a hard thing. You're meant to be impartial.
Maybe I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it was because like
I can see
a lot
that
of the
being
support I had was because people see me as like that independent guy.
Right. And then kind of money wise, how much was the deal?
Well, at the time, I'd produced my whole project. Jack funded the whole thing.
Jack,
he paid for all the music videos. He paid for all the mixing and mastering. I was in about 15 grand's debt.
How is Jack funding this, by the way?
How's Jack funding this?
What is Jack doing, bro?
Jack's a hustler, man.
Bro.
He was just making money, like legit as well. Legit money.
Big up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just very good with money. Some
Right.
people are just good with money, man.
Right. So you owed him money, and then does the Sloth money cover that then?
So that was the deal with Sloth. Sloth was like, we're gonna pay Jack back.
Yep.
And then you owe us the money, and then we'll recoup it from the sales.
That's nice.
It was nice. I did have a moment before that, and I sat down with Jack and I was like, why don't we've done all this work on our own, like why don't we just put it out on our own?
Right.
But I think there was a little bit of apprehension because he might have thought, damn, I am 15 grand down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bird in the hand, right?
And if we sign this deal, I get the 15 grand back, and you're in a deal with Sloth, who's got way
the
more.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got way more power than me, so yeah, it seemed like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't regret anything.
Right. Album comes out, how does it do?
It did really well.
Yeah.
Really, really well. I think it was like a top 40 in the official charts.
Amazing.
And it come out like in October or November, which is a difficult time to crack because you're like entering like December time.
Right.
Is
like
that
Christmas kind of your choice, or is that just Charlie's team dealing with it?
That was just the time it
just
came
the timing,
out. Yeah.
That's just how it happened. Right.
And then again, it was like the whole thing of like us against the machine. Like we marketed it like that.
Okay, you marketed like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Did that help or hinder you?
No, I think it helped. I think it helped. We still had songs on the playlist on the radio, but no, it was.
Okay, and then you start touring. You're doing your tours and all of that and Charlie's helping.
Yeah, we done a small tour, like only like 3 shows.
Right.
But that was like the first time I'd ever done my own.
And then you do a second album with Charlie?
Done a second album with him.
Is that deemed as a success then, the top 40, or are you expecting more? The label expecting more?
I can't. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what. I don't know
like,
what they would deem as successful.
Like, okay, in your eyes,
when it comes down to it, like it's about money.
Sure.
It's about what. I don't think they cared too much. I think Sloth didn't really care too much about the money.
Right.
But every time we had that conversation, it was like, we ain't made the money we want to make. Right. You know what I mean? That's why I ain't earning no money. Right. Because I'd be like, why aren't we earning no money? Right. And they'd be like, because we ain't earning no money, we ain't recouping yet. We still spending money on things, and I can't always prove what we're spending money on. So I'm like, in my own selfish mind, thinking, like what if they're just taking me for a ride? Or,
Right, the doubts start coming.
Yeah, and I just, you know, I needed money at the time. I was broke, and
Right.
and I was on the radio, and people think like you're famous.
Yeah.
And I weren't. I was like sleeping at my mate's house, living on his couch and stuff.
Right. The second album comes out. How does that do?
It done just as good, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like I'm still as relevant as I was before,
Yeah.
but it entered this whole phase of like this. I was suffering with a lot of like mental health issues and stuff at the time.
Can we elaborate?
Yeah, just I mean, how old was I? I was probably about 26 years
Right.
old, 27 years old.
Right.
And I didn't know whether I was coming or going. I was broke. I had a girl that I was seeing in London who was pregnant.
Right. So is that your second child now?
Apparently so. Like, not too sure about the whole thing. Like,
Well, still.
Yeah, like
Okay.
it caused. There was just a lot of like
Things going on.
a lot of things going on, like, and I just weren't doing the greatest, like, in terms of like mental stability. I weren't seeing my friends, I weren't seeing my family. I was living in Wood Green with this chick, and we were living in like some temporary accommodation, like a little
Right.
bed sit
But
place.
you're Mike Righteous, the rapper.
Right.
Right.
Akala was taking me on tour, LowKey was taking me on tour. Like, I was doing all these massive things, but I was just like,
But the money's not reflecting what it looks like.
yeah, and me as a person, like, I had not much self-esteem, not much sense of self, just very living inside like this chaos, and my external world became chaos, and like all my internal world became chaos, and I just,
You couldn't handle it all, kind of.
yeah,
Just
just
come on
very
top.
good at just getting on with it.
Right.
And then that's where we come up with this idea of like rebranding and playing into the mental illness,
Right.
because
Explain.
a lot of my music that I was writing reflected it.
Yes.
So it gone from this righteous character who's telling his life story to like, now this second album was all about like how I just became reckless.
Was it a darker album then?
The whole project was like was about that.
More of a darker mood. Okay. Does that then ostracize some of the fans, because you're taking us fans to a darker place? Maybe sometimes fans don't want that. They want to be lifted up. Do you get what I'm saying? So it feels like you're only giving fans a darker side of you, perhaps. I don't know.
It's weird because people enjoyed it. People
Okay.
like to see it. They
Fair enough.
like to hear the aggression. They like, and it resonated
Right.
because there's such a
Is this the I Love You track and the Margate Boy and all
no.
that?
This was before that.
Okay.
This
sorry,
was one
sorry,
before
right,
that.
Go on.
Yeah, it just I feel like it resonated because we have such a problem with like mental health
And
in
speaking
this
about
country. Yeah, and I think because I put it all out there, I've always put it all out there.
Do you put it out there as a means of therapy, or as a means to help, or just because it? I don't know. Why is it out there, being so open and vulnerable?
It's just how I've always utilised like even from that moment when Jack was in my house and he was like, just start writing about what's going on with you.
Yeah.
And then that became my thing. Like whenever I did that, that's when people were like, oh, this is it. That's when I was having success, when I
Right.
was just being real about my situation.
Right. So the album comes out. It's a bit more darker. How does it do?
It did good. There was a little bit of like turbulence with the days that when it came out, it didn't come out on the right day.
Right.
And again, like I was just very much like, where's the money from all of this stuff?
Right.
Because I weren't seeing no money, like weren't getting no reports, like
Yeah.
I weren't. And then that's why I kind of went my separate way. Because
Is that where you from Charlie? Yeah. Looking back, was there just no money there, or do you feel hard kind of done by the deal?
it's one of them things. I think I don't really feel like I care enough to want to know. Like I value what Sloth done.
Yeah.
Like I do think maybe it isn't all accounted for. Like he's probably numbers wise, there's a lot of like finances and a lot of stuff to go over, and like
Yeah.
it's a lot of paperwork and stuff, and it has to be official, and it weren't always official. Like I got a couple of reports and some things weren't adding up, and at one point I cared a lot.
Now you let it go.
Yeah, I let it go because when I did speak to Sloth, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the next one on my own.
Right.
Like I feel like I know enough to want to do it on my own.
And how did he take that?
He was fine.
He was
like,
fine, yeah?
It's absolutely fine. Like, we don't have to do nothing crazy. We don't have to sign nothing. You just go and do it on your own then.
Okay.
And that was it. So I just thought, you know what? If he's easy like that, I'm cool with it.
You
I
still
can
speak
just
to
count
Sloth
my
now?
losses with them albums. Yeah, I'll speak to him.
That's good.
We hadn't spoke for a little while,
Yeah.
but we recently got back in touch.
That's nice. I've got to talk about the Westwood diss. Very vocal on that. Where did that come from? Because now you've got this Sloth affiliation, and I know that it's Sloth and Westwood maybe had a thing. Why did it come about?
I mean, you've been in the industry,
Right.
so you must have heard, like,
I heard. Right. Go on.
your own, like, you must got a few Tim Westwood stories, like.
I used to bodyguard him. So. But I never saw anything like that. That's the absolute truth. So I can only go with what I see and the person that I know. But that's separate from my thing.
Yeah.
What was what made you want to do what you did?
So basically, what happened is he had Devlin.
Big up Devlin.
He had Devlin on the show.
Right.
And at the time, I don't know. Devlin just dropped his debut album.
Blood, Sweat and Beers?
Bud, Sweat and Beers, yeah.
Bud, Sweat and Beers. Sorry. Dev's is going to have a go at me for that. You're going.
So he was on a radio. They were talking about artists. They were talking about who they're feeling, who they're not feeling.
Right.
And then Devlin was talking about like different artists.
Right.
And it was a weird sort of dynamic to the interview, because even though he was sort of trying to be positive about me, I felt like there were like some backhanded like sort of compliments.
Right.
I think Tim was stirring it.
Right, go on.
Put Devlin in a situation where he weren't like being like as respectful as I feel like I'd want him to be if he was talking about me, even though like I had encounters with him before and we were cool.
Yeah.
So, and ended up speaking to Devlin about the whole thing, and we ended up squashing it because it was a bit. At first, it was like why are you talking shit? Why are you talking shit? Like, why are you saying this?
Right.
And then we ended up squashing it, and then I just come to the conclusion that Westwood was the problem.
Right, you can, yeah.
And I've always felt like when it comes down to like the support, like he sort of chooses who he likes. And I had said some stuff online in regards to that interview.
What did you say?
I just said like I don't know how to feel about this.
Right,
the comments that were made, like.
Right.
And people were saying, yeah, they're kind of mugging it. Like it looks like they're sort of taking the piss. And then Westwood, like the next day on his show, addresses like my tweets and my stuff. But like he's going in on me. He's being being real rude. Yeah.
Well, what type of thing is he saying?
Oh, he's saying I'm on the clout. Like Devlin weren't talking about me. I'm trying to make it about me.
Right.
He said I'm sour. I'm a sucker. Told me to go back to Margate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shots fired then.
Yeah, shots fired. And at the time, he was saying all this. He had the Rack City instrumental playing in the background.
Right.
So I thought, okay, cool, yeah, all right, we're gonna do this then. I'm gonna go at Westwood. And I had a lot of information about Westwood.
Right.
I know a lot about Westwood. Especially in terms of where his career was going as well.
Right.
Because I knew he was getting sacked from the BBC before he did.
Right.
Because I was so close with Charlie Sloth.
Right.
Charlie Sloth was getting his radio show.
Right.
I was like with Charlie Sloth when Charlie Sloth found out that he was getting his radio show.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I know you're getting sacked. I'm going to tell you you're getting sacked before you even get told you're getting sacked.
Okay.
So instead of doing Rack City, I did Sack City.
You did Sack City.
So I told him you're getting sacked.
So he wasn't...
Then he found out he was getting sacked, and he must have been like, oh, Charlie Sloth and Mike Righteous have conspired against me. So he created this whole narrative in his head, and I know this because another artist has actually shared this information.
Right.
So he said this to a big artist.
Yeah.
That artist has told Sloth that Tim Westwood genuinely thinks that my whole career was manufactured to take him out.
Right.
So I'm like an industry plant.
Right. To take him out.
Yeah.
Right.
BBC and Charlie Sloth created this industry plant to end Westwood.
Right.
Might have been the case. I don't know. I didn't know. If it was, I was unaware of that.
Right.
But yeah, so I did the Sac City tune. I released the audio of it.
Yeah.
Within 24 hours, the audio gets removed from the internet.
Does it?
I'm going crazy.
What, like YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm calling Jamal, because it was on SBTV. I'm calling Jamal. I'm like, bro, do not take this tune down, bro.
Right.
And I'm actually having a go at Jamal. I'm like, bro, if you take this down, like, I'm going to be so pissed, man.
Right.
And then Sloth calls me, and he's like, nah, I think we got to take it down, yeah?
Okay, why?
Because he's like, I might lose my job. And I was like, fuck, bro. Everyone's losing their jobs, bro. So I was like, okay, you got to take it down.
Why was Sloth using? Okay, because of the whole. Right. Okay.
Well, at first it was just the audio.
Right.
The audio was just on the internet, and the audio got removed because at the end of the audio, I put an interview that Westwood done with KRS-One, and KRS-One's sticking it all over.
Oh yeah. That's the infamous.
Yeah, and he's saying like, no one rates you. I've heard about you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And obviously the defamation in the lyrics. You know what I mean?
Right. So Jamal takes it down as well.
Well, it wasn't on SBTV. It was on my channel. Then it got removed. Then we was in Iron Napa.
Yeah.
At Charlie Sloth's Fire in the Beach show.
Right.
Which was hosted by Charlie Sloth, but it was like being promoted all over One Extra.
Yeah.
And that's where I filmed the actual video for it. I'm in Iron Napa. And at the time, there was tons of artists out there. Black the Ripper was out there, K Coke was out there, Lethal Bizzle was out there, Wiley was out there, Hard Ads was out there. Everyone was out there, and I got everybody in the video.
Right.
Everyone was in the video.
So it looks like everyone's co-signing.
It looks like everyone's co-signing.
Right.
But then at the same time, like I had a lot of people come up to me like, "Don't do this, bro." Like Lethal Bizzle come up to me, he's like, "Don't do this, man." He's like, "You're fucking up."
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm definitely going to do this, 100%.
But could you kind of see their point of view?
Nah, I still don't today.
Okay.
And I think what's happened now is like, it's like a bit of cowardice.
Right.
Because everything's come to light about Westwood.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was talking about that.
Right.
From the get-go.
Right.
And now people are like trying to separate themselves from him anyway.
Okay.
So I was like, I was the pioneer of separating myself from him.
Right.
When everyone was telling me, nah, we've got to support this guy.
Right.
I said, we ain't got to support this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, just because he's Tim Westwood, like you don't have to support him.
Right.
In fact, you shouldn't be supporting him because he's up to some wild stuff.
Allegedly. Right. So you do the video and drop it?
I did the video and I dropped it.
And they're all in it?
Then they put it on SBTV, but that's why Sloth told me to take it down, because I filmed it at Fire in the Beach at his festival.
Right.
At his thing, he was like, bro, they could sack me for this.
Right.
So I was like, cool, take it down.
Took it down.
It's like the first time in UK rap history an actual diss track has been removed from the internet.
Yeah.
It's been banned from the whole internet.
Yeah, you ever thought of putting it back up just for archive's sake?
No, just no need. Done? Like, it's old news.
Because I see you doing it on TikTok recently. Was you doing it on TikTok recently?
Well, do you remember that phone call now?
Right.
That's, I think he wants to talk to me a bit about that.
Okay.
Because now there's actually a full-scale investigation into his alleged crimes.
Right.
I've recently had BBC message me, like, for the last 2 years they've been messaging me. They wanted to speak to me about this ongoing documentary that they're doing about Westwood, but I don't fuck with the BBC either. Right. So because I'm like, you like throwing one of your own to the lions. Like, let's not forget about the full scale like misogyny and sexual abuse and sexual misconduct that goes on in your business anyway.
If it wasn't a BBC show, would you come up and speak whatever it is you've got to say?
Probably no, because I've already said my piece. I've already said everything I need to say. I've shared my. I said, look, there's all these allegations about you, but like you say, like I don't know people specifically. Yeah. I don't know people's names, but I know all these allegations are out there. Like I know the words out there about Westwood, how he likes them young and stuff. So
just for the record, allegedly, this is an entertainment purposes only thing.
But that's the thing, like, I didn't even know Westwood. The first thing I heard about Westwood is he likes them young. So I'm like, that's.
Yeah, but that's just someone saying something. That's allegedly.
Of course. But
sometimes, like, you're running with. I don't know.
No, but like for me, that's my introduction to him. Like everyone's saying that about him. So I'm just like, okay. Like whether it's true or not.
Right.
Like, that's the impression I'm getting of him.
Okay.
And then I'm seeing him anyway. You're seeing him at the shows. You're seeing.
So
how
when
he
you're seeing him,
behaves.
what have you seen him after the diss?
Oh yeah, I see him a couple times.
And
Yeah.
what does yeah mean?
Well, I see. Bro, I see him twice. Right. One
Right.
time he ran away from me,
Right.
and I don't know why he ran away from me because I just weren't interested in any of that anyway.
Right.
But I was in Amsterdam,
Right.
and he was standing behind me at this place called Gypsy King.
Right.
And he clocked it was me, and then he just done a runner down the street, and I was like, what's going on? My mate's acting weird. I was like, why are you acting weird? And he was like, yeah, Tim Westwood was just like right behind you. And I was like, what?
Right.
Like behind me, like the candy man, like
Yeah.
right there. I was like, fuck, you know, why didn't you lot tell me, man? They
Yeah.
were like, 'cause we know what you're like. You're trying to do something funny or try and get
Right.
attention or something. I was like, yeah, it's true. We should leave it anyway. But the first time I saw him, I was with Logic, and I'd gone to BBC One Extra, Christmas. It was like a CJ Beats had a
CJ Beach. Yeah.
he had a show on One Extra, and it was like around Christmas time. So he invited tons of people to the studio. They were
Right.
just like coming in, doing like sporadic interviews. So there was loads of people at BBC One Extra, and he invited me down there, and I went there with Logic. Me and Logic were walking into the building, and then we see Westwood walk out. And this was like the first time I saw him, and I was like, "Whoa, look who it is, bro!" I was like, "It's Tim Westwood."
Oh, you said that
I was
too?
like, "It's the big dog." I was like, "Oh, let's get a photo."
Trolling.
I said, "Let me get a photo with you," and I put my arm around him. I was like, "Logic, get a photo of us," and he's like, "Get off me, dog! Like, get off me, dog!
Yeah.
Don't touch me, dog!" And I thought, "What?" I was like, "What? Don't be like that! Like, I'm trying to make light of it. I'm trying not to push
Yeah,
it.
but you're trying to.
I'm trying to mock it, but I'm not
can
trying
you see
to."
his point of view in it?
Yeah, but I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but some people would say that's their career, innit?
yeah. But
It's
he
not-
did, and then it kind of turned hostile.
Right.
Then it started getting hostile because he was like trying to push and shove and that.
Yeah.
So there was a little scuffle,
Right.
and then basically like security come over and people were getting moved out of the way and
Right.
stuff.
Okay.
And there was a bit of shouting and stuff.
Oh, right.
And then that was kind of it. Then I got taken into the BBC. I still went and done my interview in BBC.
Right.
And I've gone in there and literally you got a whole fucking waiting room full of artists.
Yeah.
Like everyone was there and they're all just watching like,
Well,
what the fuck are you doing, bro?
yeah.
I was like, I'm just sabotaging everything, lads.
Are you blacklisting yourself by doing these things?
I hope so.
You say you hope so. Why do you say you hope so?
I hope so, man. Because it's I like the legacy I've got. I like
Yeah.
the fact that I've become like, I've got this cult following.
Definitely
and,
have a
like,
cult
I
following.
think the people that know me know that I'm up against everyone.
Right.
And I ain't had the support. I ain't had the cosigns. I ain't had none
Yeah.
of that. But I'm still here and I'm doing better than ever.
Does it get tired fighting that battle?
Not me, because I'm petty
Right.
and I like it.
Okay.
And I don't want it easy. It's never been easy for me. And I think that in itself
Okay.
is a gift. I don't see it as a curse. I see it as a gift.
Fair enough.
Because it's made me better, and it's made me work harder too.
Side note, earlier you said the Devlin thing, because something came back to me, is when Ghetts and LowKey and Devlin had a thing. Is that the same period? Is that why you was in that mix? I don't know.
I don't think that
'Cause
was.
I just remember that being a thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Before all of that.
Because then
that
Ghetts
was.
came out on his show and I was there. But
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was that time.
Yeah, no, I
Because you
think
were
that
kind of roped into it perhaps because you were Team LowKey maybe. I don't know.
I was definitely on LowKey's side for that, but it wasn't around that
Yeah.
time.
And then fast forward, you actually do a tune with Ghetts with Cher Lloyd, which is a bit. He's thinking what? Yeah.
Yeah, Ghetts was cool with me. I mean,
Yeah,
I've done
yeah,
a few
Ghetts
things
is-
together. We've done a BET cypher together.
Yeah.
We've been in a lot of.
Yeah, we're gonna. Oh yeah, the Charlie
the
Sloth
Fire
one.
in the Booth
I want to
cypher.
talk about that one. But being on a track with Cher Lloyd, that seemed a bit like where's this
Random.
come from? Yeah.
Their label Psycho, which Sony owns, it's like the X Factor label. All the X Factor outcasts get signed to Psycho.
Yeah.
They wanted to give her the street cred because she's like supposed to be like urban like
Right.
artist, which you couldn't be far further from.
Right.
But they need to get her the credibility, and what better way to do that than get the three most unruly, like
Yeah.
aggressive,
Rapper.
like rappers on road, like me, Dot Rotten, and Ghetts. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I never done that tune, to be honest. It's like one of them disgusting tunes that if I listen to, I'm just like, oh, turn that crap off, bro.
Then,
I don't know because they paid me.
how much you pay you?
Not a lot, £1,000.
£1,000. But then, do you feel used? Then they used you to try and push her product.
They definitely did, but that's the way it is, man. I think there's a lot of that going on. Also, I didn't really know like how business worked, like
Right.
because £1,000 is ridiculous.
Right.
I would have asked for a couple of points on the album or something.
Absolutely,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I'd still be earning money from it now.
Right.
But yeah, they kind of mocked it a little bit. I think Cher Lloyd herself, like, I don't know about her now, but she weren't like a pleasure to work with on, I think.
No.
No, she's kind of annoying.
She's young, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
She didn't like Ghetts.
Oh, well, they're different backgrounds. Are different.
She laid hands on him.
She laid hands on Ghetts.
We was at the SBTV Christmas party and we was performing that song. And I think Ghetts come out and he didn't care, bro. He didn't even remember his lyrics.
Right.
And he sort of just come out and just, fucking, what are the bars again?
Yeah.
And she did not like that. She got so fucking pissed off. She wouldn't go up in his face like, oh.
When? Backstage?
No, I'm sure it happened on stage.
Really?
Like, she went mad at him. And he was just laughing. He was laughing his head off, like.
Wow,
Yeah.
you know, the man's got some next story. Let me just fast forward to the Fire in the Booth sci-fi. It's very infamous. There's so many artists there. What was it like being a part of that? Because it seemed like it probably seemed like the time where Stormzy really came across. Potter Papers in there. Then you got legends like Ghetts, Nole's in there, Big, you know what I mean? Just to be in that sci-fi. How was that for you? Is that like a competitive thing, or what's it like to actually be in it?
For me, it was just like a sort of. It was a moment because I thought with all these people are gonna be. I just was concerned with like going there and just performing well.
Yeah.
And I feel like I went there and there was like sort of weird vibes towards me. Like felt like a bit of an outcast there.
What, with everyone or certain people?
No, just some people. Like I think that it's better to. I think the only people I didn't feel like that with was like me. I think Blizzard, he was there.
Oh, Blizzard was, look at that.
Akala.
Yeah.
Potter Paper was calling me.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I don't know. I didn't really feel good energy from people towards
No?
me. No. But I didn't go there on a very humble vibe. I think I went there very expressive, very like hyperactive, very like fuck everyone here. I'm gonna fucking.
Do you feel like you've got to be that person because of your music and what you bring, that kind of aggressiveness? You got when you're out and about. Do you have to turn that switch on and become I'm fucking Mike Righteous kind of thing?
I don't know. I don't really. I've got no fear or no filter.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm not worried about. I wasn't worried about anything. I wasn't really worried how people react. I just go there and just be me, and I wasn't really sorry about it.
Yeah.
I think some people don't like that about me.
Who was your favourite out of them apart from you, kind of? Do you ever watch anyone else and go, like...
I think at the time, Stormzy was good.
Stormzy, wasn't he? Yeah.
Stormzy was on form that day. Akala was on form that day. Yeah, them two would be up there with my favourite performers.
There was that moment where you dropped the mic on Ghetts and he wasn't too happy about it.
I weren't really aware at the time.
Yeah, he's just in
I was
your
just
bag.
in the moment, like, watching it back, I was like, I didn't even really recall that whole moment.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about Charlie Sloth because Charlie Sloth cut him off.
Right.
Because it was like the end of the cypher, cut him off. So
yeah.
when he said, "Oh, don't do that again," I thought he was speaking to Sloth. Like,
Right.
I had no idea. And then obviously after that, I'm still around him. Like nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't feel.
I wasn't trying.
Maybe I'm just dumb or something, but I didn't feel like no.
Yeah.
I saw Ghetts like not even that long ago, like a couple of years ago, and I took my sister. She went to Harley Street to go and see a doctor or something, and I was sitting in the car waiting outside while she was in there, and Ghetts just walks past, and I was like, "Yo!"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yes," and I was like, "What's going on?" We dapped it up, and he had a proper moment where he's like, "You know what?"
Ghetts is a really, really nice guy,
Well,
man.
he was like,
every time I see him,
"I'm sorry about everything," and I was like, "What?" And he was like, "I just maybe if there was anything like," he was like, "Just apologies, innit? Like, got love for you," and I was
but
like,
what a grown-up thing to do. Do you know what I mean?
No, I was like, I wasn't expecting it at all.
Yeah.
I was not expecting it at all. I was like, "Oh man, don't be silly.
No,
Like, you're one of my favourite MCs out there, bro. You're one of the hardest rappers ever." Like growing up, Ghetts was one of the people that I was like, he's someone that I want. If I could be like half of his capabilities, I'll be happy.
No, big up Ghetts. Every time I see him, humble as hell. What's been your favourite freestyles that you've personally done that you would say, that's when I was?
Yeah, I mean, that Fire in the Booth one.
Yeah.
I just think it was perfect for me. Like,
Yeah.
and then when you see Sloth's reactions to a lot of the Fire in the Booth, like, now we all love Charlie Sloth, but he's a man that's gonna say it's good anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
no, but he backs his. You know what I mean?
he backs his people, but I feel like that reaction that he had to that Fire in the Booth was real genuine. Like, he couldn't speak. He was lost for words. Like, he was just like, what have we just witnessed? Like, what are we witnessing here? And that was one of the moments. Boy, I got some stuff coming out soon. I'm gonna touch on that. There's one subject I don't really want to bring up, but I will bring it up. You can swerve it. Is the Maya Jama stuff? Do you want to leave it? It's like, if I don't ask, people will. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm clout chasing or something like that. Can I ask about it? What do you want to know?
Well, how it happened, how was all that, and then watching her grow to be who she is. Do you know what I mean? Is it great for
I mean, she weren't Maya Jama when I met her.
It's a jump off days, right?
Yeah, she was doing stuff at the jump off, doing like parodies and shows. But she had a lot of drive. Like, that's one thing I will say about her. Like, it's one of them people that you knew she was going to get to where she was going. Yeah. Like, she's definitely someone that if she wants to get something, she wants to be something, she's going to get it. If she wants to be with someone, she's going to be with that person. Like, she's going to get what she wants. Like, she's obviously got hella pretty privilege. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a thing, right?
That's 100% a thing, right? Right. You can't be that fit and like look that good. Right. And like walk into a TV show and they're gonna like not want you. You know what I mean? They're gonna 100% want you to come back the next day. Like, people just wanted to be around her, and I'm sure. Yeah. Like, she's a great personality. She is a great personality. She's a like lovely person. Yeah. Like, good energy, like a bubbly person. Is like, I met her in 2013 when I was at that Fire in the Beach festival. Right. And the day I met her, she was doing some modelling for Charlie Sloth and like a few other girls that were out there. And I was just being a pleb at that time. Like, I was just fucking running. We're working it. I was running riot, man.
What did you do? Filming your Sac City? You say,
I was filming Sac City, but I was also just like terrorising Iron Upper Strip. Right. Getting into fights and running around and chasing people with water bottles. Right. And I was chasing Maya with this water bottle. She was running away from me. Yeah. And this poor girl, right, she'd slipped on this bit of glass. Right. And her sandal come flying off. And she'd ripped her tendon in her foot, like on this bit of glass. Right. And her actual fucking toe was like just hanging off. Right. And
that's your fault.
Yeah, it was my fault. Yeah. Right. It was bad. Right. And I've got her foot like this. She's like, "Is it bad?" And I'm like, "Nah." I'm looking at her. I'm like, "Fuck, this is bad. This is probably bad." She goes hospital. And I remember when I saw her and she come out of hospital, she was saying like,
"Man didn't go with her. Man just said, I'm gonna carry on."
I ain't gonna lie, she was pissed off. Like, a lot of people went and visited her, and I didn't visit her. Right. And then she's come out of the hospital. I'm in the pool with one of these other models. I was like, "Oh man, I was gonna come and see you in the hospital." Yeah. She was like, "Yeah, but instead you're just with fucking Cheyenne in the pool, right? Teaching her to swim." Yeah. I was like, shit. I was like, "Do you know what? Whatever you need, I'm gonna sort you out. What do you need? Like, I'm gonna sort it out." She was like, "Well, I was in a hospital and they basically didn't know if I was gonna be able to walk again because it was so bad, like fucking cutting like main veins and shit." I was like, "Fuck." I was like, "I'm gonna get you a wheelchair." I was like, "I'll get you a wheelchair. I'll be back in fucking 2 hours." I don't know where I'm gonna get a wheelchair from, but like I'll get one. I've managed to go to LowKey. I managed to get a wheelchair. Right. And I've turned back up. So I've got you a wheelchair. I'm gonna look after you for like the next load of the trip. Yeah. I'm looking after Maya Jama in the wheelchair and that. And do you know who was proper like cock blocking every single day of the week, like with all his heart and soul? I'm gonna blast him right now, yeah. God. This fucking guy, Logan Sama, yeah. Oh, he did not want this girl to talk to me, bro. Okay. Yeah, he was like, had some Maya Jama fetish, and he just didn't want me to chat to her. Right. Bro, this guy was doing everything. Like, I was like, everyone was like, "Oh, we're all gonna go out tonight. We're all going out." And I was like, to be fair, I'm gonna stay with Maya, because I feel totally like shit. Like, I felt so bad what I just done to this girl, yeah. And then my man Logan Sam was like, "Yeah, I'll stay too." And I was like, I was like, really? Why are you staying, bro? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll stay as well. I think I'm going to stay here and protect her. I was like, all right, white knight and all that. Like,
Yeah. And he did that, he stayed?
he stayed, bro. And we was out having some
Well, that's
food at the
awkward.
tables. Me, Maya, there's Logan. And then she's basically admitted that she likes me. Yeah? She was like, oh yeah, I like you. And I was like, what? I was like, what? I was trying to hold it down. I thought, fuck it. There ain't no girls that look like this in Margate, like where I'm from. Like I've never been with a good, like I don't get chicks like this.
Yeah.
I was like a fucking ugly little kid. Like no one wanted to fucking go at me. I was like a nerdy kid that sit in his room and write lyrics and shit. Like people thought I was a weirdo. And Logan Sam, I didn't like that, man. He was like, you shouldn't tell him that you like him. And this is...
He's saying
Bro,
that?
I'm telling you, bro.
What the?
I'm making it up.
Right.
Yeah, man. He didn't like it. But yeah, that's it really. And then after that, we'd link up when we got back to the UK, and then started dating. Like made it like public for a bit. And
How long were you dating for?
I don't know. It was probably like 2 years and a bit.
Yeah,
maybe I saw her for a bit after that, and then like around the fire in the booth, cipher like.
Please try again.
What? Well, Siri just started on me. Yeah, go on. All right.
But yeah, she basically had her thing going on. It started getting popular. You know what I mean?
What, as in her career?
Yeah, her career started to take off. She got signed to like this Copper 90 brand. She was going to do like mad things.
Right.
And like, I feel like now is where I started to like grow stagnant, because like, I don't know, I might have just got a bit too involved in a relationship. Like, I wasn't really doing stuff. I thought I've done it. Everyone thinks I'm the best rapper.
Right.
When I started music, I just wanted everyone to think I was the best rapper. I didn't really set goals after that. I was just like, be the best rapper in the UK. And I felt like I got to the point where everyone was like, oh, this is one of the best. I'm with the girl that everyone wants to get with.
Right.
I've had the deals, I've had the tunes, like, and then it just kind of got a bit stagnant.
Right.
And I think she started getting well popular, and I'm not sure like why we ended up splitting up. I think
there wasn't a specific moment.
Nah, not well. There was obviously a lot of different altercations, different moments. But when we actually broke up, like I went back to Margate and like started living with my dad.
Right.
And then I just started thinking like,
were you guys living together?
We were staying together, yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, we were staying together for a long time.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'd always go and visit Margate and shit. Like, she'd come to Margate a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's weird. Like, a lot of the people that my mates and that, it's like their little claim to fame. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, right, okay.
It's like,
Yeah.
she met my kid and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
So, at the same time, like, I don't ever think Maya was like, oh, this is my guy. I'm gonna be with him forever. Like, you know what I mean? I think I'm the guy. She was into me. I don't know if she was like 100% all the way in.
Were you guys in like love then? 2 years.
I was into her. I was in a relationship with her. I think it's different. Like, I think I might have been like, I might have been clinging on like a lot harder than she was probably prepared to.
Right.
At the same time, I didn't think she was like just willing to like let me like bounce. But then at the same time, I don't think it mattered too tough, because she was like she started to like proper blow up.
Did you think she was in love with you at any point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel so.
Yeah.
I think it is what it is. I've been in other relationships like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just because it's Maya.
And then seeing her now doing kind of Love Island, and did you always know that was going to happen? Sorry to drag this on.
No. That's all right. Yeah, I think I always kind of knew she was going to be famous. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, you just knew. If you knew her, you knew she was gonna get there eventually, because she would just do it. Whatever, by any means necessary, she's getting there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think after it all went like wrong, I went home and I ended up living back at my dad's, like living in my little tiny room and that.
Yeah.
I just got really depressed.
Right.
Like I had a bad stint of depression. Like,
is that because of the breakup?
Yeah, I think because we had a breakup, because the music was stagnant.
Everything just stopped for you.
I had all this falling out with Naughty Boy, like it all happened at once.
Right.
La 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 just came out, Maya Jama just split up with me. So everywhere I go, I'm hearing Maya Jama's name. Every fucking shop I go into, La La La's playing. And at that point I was like, oh, God hates me a bit. Like, I've done some shit wrong or something. Like,
so how do you deal with that? How do you process that?
I just wrote it out, man.
Yeah.
I just wrote it out.
And when you ride these things out, is there something you do that helps you? Or is it, what can you do to, I don't know?
I just kept working. That's it. I hadn't even released my debut album yet.
Right.
So I was still in the process of making that. I was still talking to Maya a little bit. Like we don't talk no more.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's one of them. Like my brothers were around for me, my family was there for me and shit. It weren't that bad. Like I've been in. It was the culmination of everything. You know what I mean? It weren't just the breakup. It was feeling like I was just not gonna make it. Like I weren't gonna go to the next place. Like
sure,
I kind of fucked up. I fucked up the game a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. You spoke about therapy stuff. Your when did you start that? Does it help?
Like 2 years ago.
Right.
I went to see a clinical specialist that's a clinical psychiatrist that specialises in ADHD and autism.
Right.
So I got to know a lot about why I do the things I do, a lot of my traits, a lot of my thought patterns, a lot of why like I find certain things hard and I mask a lot of things, and it started making sense to me. I was like, oh, okay, I can forgive myself for things, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's great. It was good. A lot of things that helped me, like a lot of the journaling I do, a lot of the writing down stuff, a lot of just the openness, the talking, opening myself up more spiritually and allowing like things to be okay, and just knowing that whatever happens, like I'm gonna be okay. I'm very fortunate no matter what happens, because I've had a very lucky life, and there are so many people out here that don't even like get to experience life.
Can we talk about politics a bit? Obviously, you're very vocal online. Always have been. I was watching like your letter to the IDF and stuff like that. I don't know how can I phrase it? I mean, how is that for you? Is that just something that's natural for you now, or you just feel like this is the fight I've got to fight?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you can see what's happening and not take that stance.
Yeah.
To me, that's shows a lack of empathy, like a lack of humanity within you. I think if you don't think something's wrong in Palestine, then something's wrong with you.
Right. But then some people have different ways to vocalize it, perhaps. I don't know.
Maybe they just don't at all. I don't know how you can't not at all. Like
yeah,
we've all got influence. We're all residents of this earth. We all got influence somewhere.
Yeah, and then when you see people like, I don't know, like your DJ Khaled who's from there, who doesn't say anything, how does it? You know what I mean?
I just think he's the greatest example of everything that's wrong with celebrity culture.
Right. And then kind of even from my own point of view, when I spoke about it in the past, my numbers dwindle dramatically. Yeah. I just feel like
this is if you make this segment of our podcast the catalyst of the show, it won't do well, will it?
Yeah.
You know that, like
I know that, and it's very worrying for me as well, because it's like I want to say stuff, but then sometimes I feel like this is probably not the right time, or maybe I should get to a position where it's bigger, and then do you know what I'm saying?
I hear
but
that.
There is a direct correlation between kind of your reach and the things you say in this day and age.
But now there really is a mass awakening happening.
Yes,
and it's undeniable, irrefusable, and if you're ever going to take a strong stance on it, like don't have any fear now. Like there's nothing to fear anymore.
Right.
Because your numbers might dwindle, but that's just numbers. You're still going to get some people watch. Like I know when I put this Big Zuu tune out, it's going to get a lot of heat.
Well, we're talking about
the very next day, like I'm going to post some stuff about Gaza. I ain't going to get as much heat. Like,
yeah.
But I'm still going to keep posting my stuff about Gaza, because I see like what's happening. I'm just not going to not say anything.
Is that really annoying? Because there's people that I stick with, like OF girls and stuff, and it appears to be like their algorithm gets pushed more. I can blatantly see the numbers. Certain things I talk about, they will go, and other things don't go.
Yeah.
For me, it's hella frustrating.
It is
really annoying. It's
some
disheartening.
Some people are really good at the social media game as well.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of pro-Palestinian social media pages that know exactly how to market the content and get the numbers going crazy, so it can still work. Like I've got posts on Palestine that still got crazy, like, that have got out there. And it's just a case of like, just keep putting out the content as well, because one of them videos could do really well. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can get the message out there.
No, I hear that. Let's talk about the disses then. You do like to get, you do like to have a little send here and there. Yeah. I mean, I was watching some videos. I've seen some AJ Tracey disses from 7-8 years ago. I didn't even know that was a thing. I actually, in my mind, I didn't think AJ was even around that time. I don't know. Time goes by quick.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy, bro. Because like, okay, so why the AJ Tracey diss? Because I don't actually know.
I don't know. Me neither, bro. I think, again, like, I'm minding my own business.
Right.
And people just, they come for me, man.
Right. Are you sure about that? Yeah. Are you sure?
They come for me, and I'm just defending myself.
Right.
This is what I feel. I feel like I am the Palestine of the music industry, bro. Like, I'm really just trying to actually, like, protect myself.
So you're minding your own business.
Tyrants. Like, you have this nepotistic scene, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm against it. Like, I'm against the whole tirade of like, yeah, this is what we do. Like, and I hate to say it, but like, specifically the London scene is like very gatekeepy. It's very like, we're this is our thing. It's like our thing. We own this. It's like, no, you don't. This is a whole country. Like, there's so much skill and there's so much ability and there's so much talent. Like, outside of it, if we have that mentality, that's gonna hold us back, and it has held us back.
Right.
If we have been successful in the last 5-6 years, like majorly successful, but we would have been where we are now 10 years ago if we didn't have that outlook. If we started showing a lot more love to artists from Nottingham, Manchester, and Birmingham. We got H's now, we got Mists now, but before Mist and that, we used to take the piss out of people for speaking funny. We used to say Birmingham accent's the most horrible accent ever, and I was the first person to say Birmingham's actually the only place keeping grime alive, because when you lot were doing fucking pop music, Rare my Rolex sweeping, and everyone was doing it, trying to make a bag, these lot were in the deep trenches of Birmingham, still representing for the actual real grime. Real grime music. And everyone hated me when I said it, but then when Big Nasty said it, everyone loved him. But here's the thing, like, I separate myself from it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like,
do you actively do that? You actively separate? I do see myself like as not part of it. I don't really want to be part of it. Yeah.
I've got respect for everyone. I've got love for everyone, but I'm not part of it. I'm from Kent. I'm from Margate Beach. Like, I'm from a small seaside town. I grew up in a little village. Like.
But what did AJ Tracey do to poke the lion then? Because I'm trying to figure out what happened for you to go mad.
No, but that's what I'm saying. People don't like it when I vocalise how I feel about
So
things.
what happened? You said, what? I genuinely don't know. I just saw AJ Tracey diss, because this is at 2 a.m. last night. I'm thinking, what? Because by the way, your catalogue is so vast. It's incredible, bro. And I actually, side note, I felt a bit of regret watching all your videos yesterday. Like, I should have given this guy more attention. Because I've always known about you. I've always known your code. I've always known your levels. And then I just genuinely in my heart thought, shiz, you haven't really given this man the time that he deserves. So in my heart, I felt a bit of regret.
I think a lot of, when right now, I'm a bit off topic, but
go on.
With the whole Big Zuu thing, and because it's like this American fan base that are watching now, there's this white massive American audience.
Yes.
I've got all these Americans, like in the last few hours, few days, I've had all these American audience like find my music, and I know every time people find me and discover me as an artist, they have the same feeling.
They go down the rabbit hole. Fucking
they're
hell,
like,
bro.
how comes I don't know? How comes this person's? Everyone says to me, how comes you're not like world famous?
Yeah.
Like, how comes you're not on a global stage?
Do you think we all slept on you?
I think you've all slept on a lot of people, and I'm one of them.
And I actually feel that.
I think I'm proof of the biasness and the gatekeepy stuff and the industry plant stuff. Like, these are our friends, we'll support them. Like, they'll support me when I'm popping, but as soon as that moment where they're like, oh, he might not be let's not give him the grime deal. I don't know. I'm not going to message Rashid 100 times. I'm not going to one person that never did that. I'll tell you right now, Jamal Edwards never ever did that.
R.I.P.
And to be honest, they left him in the lurch too.
Did they?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, the SBTV numbers weren't always what they were towards the end of Jamal's life.
Yeah.
And he must have felt so, like, left out because he built this thing.
Sure.
He gave the blueprint for
Totally.
for black media music. Like the Grime Dailies and the Link Up TVs just followed his playbook.
But I suppose some may say Jamal maybe wasn't putting more effort into it because every time I see him, he would just come a bit nearer.
I think they did, but I think he did. It's just the case of like, really, it's timing, it's luck, and no one's to say like what people are favouring at the time. Because now the same thing's happening to Link Up.
Right.
And now Link Up TV's struggling to get artists on the behind bars. But at the same time, you also got Grime Daily, who aren't. You know what I mean?
It feels like that whole scene is not what it was.
Nah, it's not. Rashid, Posty, and Jamal, like, they're three people that I think owe a lot to each other.
Yeah.
And then what you don't realise is, this is like a really weird sort of my dick's bigger than yours type thing. When really, when the fucking tide rises, every single boat should float, you know what I mean?
But they are competing with each other, though, aren't they?
But they shouldn't be, is what I'm saying.
It's like me in a podcast game.
If I get it, like, you're competing with the product.
Yeah.
That ultimately, like, your product is symbiotic with their product. Like, their product makes your product better. And at the same time, you are creating more opportunities for everyone by not
it's true.
by
That's the bigger picture,
that's
though.
the bigger picture,
Some people
right?
don't see
In
that.
the bigger picture, that's why I say, like, there's so much artistry out there. There's so many brilliant artists. There's so much more, and there's like a whole generation after us that's gonna come. And I feel like if we do this and continue to do this, we're gonna ruin it for them. We're gonna really like.
Jamal was always good with me. I only met him about 5-6 times, but he'd always come to me and say, I know who you are and these are your songs and this is what you do. And that used to mean a lot to me, you know, just come up to me, I'll see him about and he would just say, I know you, who you are.
He's a real guy, man.
Which was such a lovely thing. I mean, your tribute was amazing as well, by the way. So that was really lovely to see. Side note, shout out to Risky Roads as well. Come on, Rooney was...
Of course, yeah, all them guys.
But anyway, I'm still trying to get back to
the AJ thing.
What made him poke the lion, bro?
I'm just very vocal.
Right.
I say what I feel.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to that sort of stuff. So I commented on a video from an artist.
Right.
And he was like, I'm better than everyone. I'm the fucking shit. I'm better than Lil Wayne. I'm better than this guy.
Who said that?
I don't remember this guy's name.
On.
What's his name?
Right. Someone said he was better than Wayne. All right, go on.
Yeah, and he weren't. He was tragic.
Right.
I was listening to it and I was like, but he was on a trolling spree, like trolling all my favourite rappers. And he posted this thing, I'm better than Lil Wayne, I'm trolling everyone on the timeline. I think, like, you know, if you put out stupid tweets, you're going to get stupid replies, isn't it? So I just went back to him and I was like, you're nothing like Lil Wayne, because he's not really shit. That's all I said, yeah?
Right.
And then that was it, I was done with it. Come offline, I come back online. AJ Tracey's intervened in our little thing and he was like, oh, you wouldn't be saying this to our face, like, you think you're bad.
Is this on Twitter?
Yeah. He said basically, in a nutshell, he was just saying, you're not like this. You're not like this in person.
Right.
Like, don't chat like this. You're not like this in person.
Right.
And then I thought,
the Kill Bill sound went on.
yeah. I must have hit him back and I was like, listen, don't assume you know what anyone's like in person, because up until now I thought AJ Tracey was a female MC, so I'm just figuring out you're an actual man. So what's going on here, buddy?
Okay, so you go for him.
I start making jokes, I start having fun. This guy's like, oh yeah, he's funny. Why don't you get in the studio and like sort out your career? And I thought, that's crazy because I'm in the studio right now. I was like, let's do this, buddy. I was like, let's go. I was like, on it.
Yeah.
Next day, drop a tune, tell them you got 5 days to reply, do the whole, you got 5 days to respond. And I was just having fun. Like, that's all it is to me, bro. I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
And he's right. Like, in person, I am trying to diffuse situations. The last thing I want to do is fight people.
Of course.
I always tell people, what's when they're like, they know a box and they're like, oh, so what do you think the best form of like martial arts is? And I was like, the best form of martial arts is track and field, sprinting, running. Because if you can just get out of a situation, bro, it's better.
Facts.
Otherwise, only in certain situations do you ever actually find yourself having to have a fight.
It's true.
There aren't very many situations where you have to actually have a scrap.
Big
and
facts.
I think a lot of the time you can just defuse. But that's me. Like when I meet people, like even with the Westwood thing, I tried to diffuse it. But
You was
maybe
putting
I
your arm
was-
around him, trying to go with him. What's he talking about? Don't gas the thing,
No,
bro.
but I did it. I don't handle everything correctly. Don't get me
Right,
wrong.
okay,
Like I
right,
can
okay.
handle things poorly. I'm not right all the time. Like I just do what I think's the right thing. But
Right, so-
if I'd have met AJ Tracey, I'd have probably laughed about it and been like, "Look, no harm. We're all
But
mates
AJ
here."
didn't reply.
No, he didn't reply.
And you made how many disses? 1, 2?
2.
Right, no reply.
No, they
Was-
didn't want to reply.
Right. And then, so then come
It's a
fast.
lose-lose for them. It don't make sense. for
Well,
them.
okay, so let's talk about this. Come fast forward, Skepta then announces this Let's USA battle thing. Just at that junction there, what are you thinking?
I mean, again, I genuinely think, that Skepta has a complex, right? I don't think Skepta actually. This is the thing with artists. Artists, we're attention seekers,
Right.
right? We want validation. That's why we create art.
Mm-hmm.
We love art, but somewhere in us is a broken person that wants a bit of validation and wants to be respected.
Right.
And he said it himself. I want them to start respecting us. Stop thinking we're these man just hot people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I get your angry. I think beneath it is also a thing of like, there's a new generation coming out in the UK, and the sound they're creating is nothing like Skepta. It's nothing like Boy Better Know. It's nothing like Mike Righteous. It's nothing like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And when they come on, we either hang on to the coattails or we just sort of accept that this is the new wave and this is what the young people are on.
Right.
Skepta was what the young people are on. Now they're kind of not. But it don't matter. You're still one of the most polarising, popular UK acts out.
Mm-hmm.
Be content. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think he is. And I think what happens is he responded to that feeling of like, I'm showing everyone Skepta. I want to show people who Skepta is. I don't think it's really about showing people what the UK is.
Right.
I don't know. I do think Skepta does a lot for the UK, and he's done a lot for younger up and coming artists. If you look on his Twitter page, he's always promoting like this new generation of artists outside of London as well. So I rate it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And this is me assuming, and I always think like that's a dangerous thing to do, to assume things. So this is just my opinion. And he started this whole thing, and I just think it had a bad backlash, and it made a majority of the acts after him that come out and done all their diss tracks. Not all of them were good.
Right.
And like but these are people like Big Zuu specifically, yeah. His was the most mockery because Skepta's whole point of we're not a parody, we're not fucking joke, and then you get the guy that's just done a parody joke song.
Yeah.
But now Americans are watching it, and just like they did with Man's Not Hot, they think that's real. They think Big Zoo's like what UK rappers are like.
Right.
Because it's getting the thing.
Is that what got your back up then? Or,
Yeah, no,
or,
that's all it was.
Or
wanna
was it
think
the
it's 'cause
Eminem thing? Because
no, bro.
Eminem's one of your first
Yeah,
real
nah, not at all, man.
inspirations.
If it was actually someone genuinely going for Eminem, yeah, and it was real, and they weren't just promoting a can of water, and it weren't like about their brand, and it weren't a selfish move, you wouldn't anyway, because that's ridiculous. Like, who's gonna send for Eminem?
Right.
It's so out of the realms of reality. Like,
Yeah.
Eminem's definitely not hearing that.
So it's a clout thing.
It's definitely not on his radar. I know he knows that. He knows Eminem is not on Eminem's radar. He's just doing it to make noise.
Right.
Make noise for what? I wouldn't care if he were promoting something worth standing on.
Mm-hmm.
He's promoting his brand, his self,
Over the whole US.
to the detriment of the UK.
Right.
Because if he was doing it well, and I was like, oh, he's showing you lot what UK rap is.
Right.
But he's not. He's show. I have to come and show you what UK rap is.
Right. Okay, you do that, don't you?
Yeah.
How quick was that diss tune? Because was it just a quick thing for you?
Yeah. I mean, half of them bars I didn't even write down.
Video's very just
Yeah, I just did it in my kitchen downstairs.
does its thing. Venomous. It's like I don't know what to say. Right. So you want him to respond? What is it you want now? Because you said what you said.
I mean,
It doesn't.
I don't want him to not respond.
Right.
This is what you guys. This is what people don't understand about me is, I want to be cussed.
Right.
I want
He
someone
wants
to
to
make,
smoke.
I
You've
want
got all
someone
the
to make a
time.
cold diss track about me.
Right. But then is he the guy to do
I've
that?
shared so much fuckery with you during this interview. Like, I'm giving you so much ammo. Like,
Yeah.
someone could fucking bro, I'm gonna have to do it to myself at this point. I'm gonna have to 8 Mile myself.
You're gonna do 8 Mile
like,
yourself.
If it don't happen, I'm gonna do it myself.
But if you wasn't rating him in the first place, is he the guy to really you want the response back?
No, I think I've heard his music. Like, I know he can do better than what he did. That Just Lose It thing, I think it was a joke. He weren't taking it serious. He was
It
smiling.
appeared like he was trying to be serious with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope not.
But he hasn't said anything about it like it wasn't serious. I think now he's got no choice but to say it was a joke.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
everyone...
he done more damage than good to everyone.
Yeah, himself included.
Himself the most.
Okay, so you've given him time to respond.
Yeah.
Where are we currently? There's no response.
There's no response. He's got 3 days, man.
3 days.
Yeah, because he got 7 days. AJ got 5.
Right.
Because AJ's his dad, right?
Right.
So your dad, the stronger man,
Right.
he got 5 days.
Mm.
You the weaker man, so you get a week.
Right.
And like,
And nothing so far.
no, he sent a little subliminal.
Oh, he has?
Yeah.
So do you think it's coming?
No, it's not coming. He sent a video from the gym saying, if you want to spar, come to the gym.
Okay. But you've got a boxing background. Is that a bit of you?
Yeah, I already got.
Shall I ring up the Misfits now?
I've already got in touch with them.
Huh?
Too late. I'm there already.
Okay.
I've got in touch with them.
And?
Well, we'll wait and see, innit? I'll do it for free. I
Who
said
did you
already,
speak to? No, there's people I can speak to. Don't let me
Bro,
manage you, bro.
look, bro.
Man said free.
I will do it for free. If he beats me, I'll give him all the money and he can give it to whatever Zionist entity he works for. If I win, I want all the money and I would give it to Gaza. That's the only thing I want.
Right.
And then people say, well, you're accusing him of doing the same thing you're doing. You want the attention. And I'll be like, yeah, that's true. But where am I directing the traffic?
Right.
You go to my page right now, I've got nothing to promote. The only thing I promote is freedom for Palestine and the rest of the world, which is facing ongoing oppression.
Right.
So that's all I'm promoting.
So you want to fight Big Zuu?
I would fight him now. If you told me he's around the corner, and it's fun. No. It's fun. It's for charity. Like I'm saying in a boxing match. I don't want to fight him on road. That's dumb. Like
right, okay.
We're not fighting on the street,
Okay.
bro. Like I'm not fighting you on the street
And,
unless my back's against the wall and you got
And it's just Zuu you want to fight?
box.
Box.
We have a charitable boxing
Right.
match. Like he called it out. I didn't say that.
Right.
I want him to do a track. I want to hear the track.
Right. And are you going to do a second disc? Because I think you've got one in the part. What's going on?
I got one. Yeah. I don't make one diss track. I make 2 diss tracks. I'll make 3 diss tracks. I'll
But
make 4.
are you going to drop that? Do you need to, or is it that just sitting there?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No. But
But you're
the
not
thing is-
expecting a retaliation.
No, but people like me when I do this. They like.
Of course they like
this side
you.
of Mike Righteous. They like the songs. Like it's annoying because for the last 4 months I've been rapping about the injustice going on.
Yeah.
And-
Well, it goes back to that point, innit?
Okay, and now I do this Big Zuu track. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. And then
oh, Mike Righteous is back. Mike
And then-
Righteous is back. And I'm
ironically, he's rolling around with AJ Tracey. So is that just a coincidence? Or did that...
they're cousins.
Right. Are they? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
They're cousins. They're cousins.
His mum, his auntie, and
Man knows the family
AJ's
tree.
AJ's uncle. You can't slip nothing past me, man.
Right, what is it? What? His mum is what?
I'm like Kendrick Lamar crazy.
Oh my
bro.
God, bro. Going
Yeah,
mad. The man don't want
yeah.
no beef. Okay, so they're actually first cousins.
I think so, yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. But did that wind you up? Like, was it? Did you go for him because of the AJ thing?
No, but
Or
it
just
gave me more
coincidence?
ground to, really.
Okay.
I had the thought, I said, you know what? This Big Zuu thing, I think I'm the perfect person to do it.
Right.
And I thought about all the pros, you know, directing attention to Gaza, seeing more people seeing what I'm doing,
Yeah.
more people seeing my previous tracks, which are all about Palestine, more people getting my mix. Because also in the diss track, I go down that route. I don't just keep calling you fat.
Right.
I
You
I
did
lure
call him
in.
fat a few times.
Yeah, but I lure you in with I keep calling you fat.
Right. And then
And
you
then
come
I'm
with
like,
that.
and by the way, this is what this is all about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear that. So we're not expecting a tune from him or AJ.
I don't know. No, not AJ. I think they've sat there and they said, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's a lose-lose. You're never going to gain anything from going at Mike Righteous.
But ironically, if Eminem responded into some miracle, I think he'd be in the studio that same day.
Of course. So I checkmated him in the song because I did say that.
Well, okay.
During the track, I said, how you got the cheek to call yourself a grime MC and expect a reply from Eminem,
Yeah.
but you ain't going to reply to me.
Yeah. You did say that.
Yeah, so.
Side note, you've been doing it for so long. You said the Americans are watching you now, but they've been watching you for a while. Because like that No Life Shack watches
I get
you, right?
I get more love in America than I do.
But that, like, I'll just use No Life Shack as an example. He's been watching your videos for years. So when he's now big, he's got millions of followers. And when he's like commentating on the beef, it's great because he actually knows all about you. So you've been planting them seeds for years in America. And it's nice that someone like him could perhaps bring it into fruition, water those seeds. Do you know what I mean? How is that for you when you're watching someone like him
It's good.
do whole videos?
I love it. And not just him, Stevie Knight's another guy.
Right.
And in fact, he released I've just come up again for these guys because they were watching me all the time.
Yes.
And they didn't have many followers, so it's a lot easier for them to keep an eye on it all.
Yeah.
So they were reacting to my stuff. Now there's millions of messages every day from
But it's
people.
nice that they know about you.
He's sitting there in the chair and he's saying, I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about this guy. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Like he's kicking himself because he's like, how did I forget? This guy's like top 5 MC in the UK. He's watching the video and he's like back on it. Stevie Knight, same reaction. He was like, this guy's one of the hardest, I'm telling you lot. And then during the interview, during the reaction video, he's thinking, but why ain't I seen him? Like what's going on? So he does some digging. He drops another reaction video recently about why you ain't seen me.
Right.
He's like, oh, this guy's talks about real shit. This guy's talking about Gaza. This guy's talking about Zidane. This guy's talking about Tim Westwood. This guy's talking about sexual misconduct within the music industry. This anti-celebrity culture, like, it's hard to get a job in the media when you spend your whole time fucking criticising the media.
Right.
Like, that's what this guy's doing. And that's some real shit.
And is that why people haven't seen you? Do you feel like you've just been blocked?
Yeah, because they'd be like, oh, why are you still doing music? I'm like, yeah, I'm still doing music. I got my core fan. I got my audience that are listening to my shit. They're gonna support my shit, and I'm doing well off it.
Yeah.
But it's like you say, when you do that, you see what happens to the numbers. You know what I mean?
Side note: Skepta and Joyner are at it. Would you like to pass comment? Who's winning that at the moment?
Thing is, if I don't say Skepta, it sounds like I'm going against my own countrymen.
Right.
You know what I mean? But just purely from a track for track standpoint, and I haven't listened to him too much. I haven't. The first tune that Skepta done, and the first tune that Joyner done, I didn't rate either of them.
Right.
I thought they were just throwaway tracks. I thought they were a bad representation for both of them. I thought they both could do better.
Right.
I think Skepta was backing it on the next one. He was good on the next one. A lot of people were saying like his lyrics weren't great, especially like when he was like, my chest got loads of mucus and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that makes sense to me though, because his name's Big Smoke. He's like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Joyner Lucas's second track, I think, it's hard because everyone's gonna be biased, aren't they? They're not gonna just want to say it's good.
Right.
But it is good.
I think it's good.
And a lot of people are saying, oh, but he's lying though. But it's like, if you ever watched battles, have you ever watched battle rap? Have you ever watched rap? Have you ever heard Tupac hit him up? You know what I mean? First thing he said is, so I fucked your bitch. You know what I mean? Like, just started it with a big lie, bro. And everybody, like, it's just the whole, since Kendrick and Drake thing, it's like, you got to have that real, like, I want to hit, like, what? This ain't Judge Judy, bro. This is a fucking hip hop battle, bro.
So who do you give it to currently?
Boy, I would say in terms of lyrical ability, if we're just gonna say who's the best rapper, who is the best at rapping, in my opinion, which is subjective, because what I think makes a good rapper, you might not think, but Joyner Lucas is a better rapper.
Okay.
He's a better rapper.
You know you're getting that phone call in.
yeah. I'm getting the same phone call the next day.
Right.
Listen, I was...
Right. Side note, you had a problem with Fredo as well. What's up with you, man?
I know. I wouldn't say it's a problem.
Well, you said he was one of the worst rappers in the last 10 years or something like that.
I say that?
Okay, something like that. What possessed you to say that? Do you want some more drink? He's looking in there like, what? Do you want to talk about that or do you want to leave it? Like, are you just trolling people? What is it?
I'm not trolling. I'm trolling. Nah. Do you know Fredo, yeah?
Yeah.
My brother's tattooed him a few times, got a few tattoos.
Right.
So I've got personal grievances with him because I don't like the way he handled business with my brother. He done my brother really dirty.
Okay.
I think he's just a bit fake. Yeah,
Right.
he's a bit of a fake guy. I don't think he's the person everyone thinks he is. I don't think he's like.
Right.
But then I made a comment about his music. I said he's one of the worst rappers in the last 10 years. But realistically, I think I was jaded by the
Right.
situation. I'm man enough to admit that. I don't think he is the worst rapper in the last 10 years. I know it's going to cause a stir if I say that. Same time, I don't think he's that good. Because I don't think his lyrics are like...
Right.
I don't know. It's the same with Giggs. I don't think Giggs is that good.
Right.
Like, I don't think lyrically, for me anyway,
Yeah.
I hear it and I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, what is he saying? Like, where is, you know what I mean? I haven't heard anything that I was like, that's outstanding. Like, round of applause. Like,
who are you rating in the UK? Who do you think?
who am I rating in the UK? It's hard because the names don't really come to my mind straight away because I'm not great with the names.
Fair enough.
But
do you think we're due a resurgence of that lyrical ability, that lyrics have got to come back?
Yeah.
Because I definitely feel that's missing.
There's this one young kid and he's on TikTok and he's blown up.
Right.
C3 or something. He's like a Christian rapper.
Oh, that's what someone was talking about the other day. Rodney P was talking about him, saying as a Christian rapper, drill, he's bad.
He's amazing.
Okay, who is this guy, bro?
Yeah, he's amazing.
You're the second guy to say that.
Yeah, he's amazing. And there's tons of him around.
Right.
Like, I'm just looking on the timeline.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing all these young artists and they're just incredible. And I wish I knew all their names right now. But like everyone's becoming really very aware of them. So. And
then you kind of musically now, where are you? What's going on? Because it does appear you're consistent with it.
But like I say, like I'm always using my platform to speak on the things I believe in. I got my core audience and it's growing at a nice rate.
Yeah.
I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I got a lot of respect from other artists. I feel like me as a human, as a person, I'm very happy. I'm very content with who I am, where I'm going, and that's the biggest success to me. I used to see success and measure it by numbers, money, but now I just look at how healthy am I, how rich are the people around me with knowledge and how wise can I be, and how grateful am I, how much contact do I have with the people I care about, you know what I mean? I'll take you know when they say, oh, what would you rather have, a meeting with Jay-Z or 500 thing? I said, I'd rather have neither. I'd rather have one more meeting with my brother who died.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I'd rather have that.
When did he pass away, if you don't mind asking?
2020.
Right.
6 years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's the stuff that I care about.
Okay.
I care about real people, man.
And are you, go on.
No, go on.
Is album coming, EP? Is that, or is it just a very single led market for you?
I mean, I've always done albums. Albums for me are the way forward. I haven't got any plans on anything at the moment because I tend to just let the ideas come to me, like the projects come to me to a degree. I don't want to force them. I don't want to sort of dig them out. I don't want to sit there and be like, what am I going to write this next album about? It has to feel natural and feel organic.
And is it still making money for you?
Yeah. I'm making more money now than I ever have.
Okay, and what is that via? What is that sale? What is that via shows? What is it?
I mean, I operate from my own studio.
Yeah.
I hire out my studio. Yeah. I mentor artists. I do a lot of like feature work, producing work. I do tons of shows.
Are you still in Margate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do it. And that's it, really, man.
Yeah.
A few other businesses that I'm working on, and I'm just happy.
We do this last thing, sir, and then I think we're good. You'll like this.
I really like this. I really enjoyed being here, man.
Thank you, sir.
I'll say that now.
We'd love to have you on here, man. You're absolute gold. And I've got to be real. I was watching your videos yesterday thinking, Shiz, you fucking slept on this guy, bro.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the invite as well.
I'm on Spotify and just going down and I'm thinking, this guy's done so many things. And I'm like frustrated for you. So I can only imagine what it must be like for you.
I think the people are more frustrated than I get. They get annoyed.
But then also I got a sense of happiness that people speak your name. I can see you've got a core fan base. I can see it. I can see people ride for you. And sometimes having that cult following is actually better.
I mean, I'm lucky. I've been able to sustain for nearly 20 years.
It says here you've done a collab with Ed Sheeran. Is this true?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did it come out? That's what I was saying, bruv. Like, the man's done so much shit. Yeah, I done that. And it's like, bruv, do you ever get a chance to sit back and look at your shit and be like, it's just acting here as well. What the fuck? Okay, right. But do you ever get a chance to really sit back and absorb what it is you've done, or are you just on the go constantly?
I think these are the perfect opportunities for that.
Yeah, I really,
like,
you
that's
know.
why I really appreciate the invite. I appreciate the conversation because it gives me time to be like, oh yeah, I've lived a great life. Like I've lived a tremendous life full of like experiences that not many people get to have.
Yeah, I'm looking at like, what the fuck is going on here, bro? It's like all of this shit, bro. Like it's like this, that, songs that didn't come out. It says
Bum starts aching. Like,
it bloody says the Nas thing, bro. Everything, like killing it. Like
I'll send you that Nas track.
it says you've done Nas, J Electronica, Emeli Sande, Zayn Malik. Is this all true, bro? Yeah. Okay, cool. Side note: I ask AI to ask you questions. So I've not asked a question, AI has generated them.
Okay.
They can be, we've probably covered some of them, most already.
Yeah.
Some might be a bit weird, swerve them if you want to, but I'm reading it word for word. I haven't even read them, but it's a great little thing I do.
What's the prompt?
The prompt is, who is Mike Righteous? And then I say, give me 20 questions for Mike Righteous, and I'll add something else in there, but I don't want to put it because then people start, you get me? My thing.
Your thing, yeah. Go
Right, you've called out the industry before. Who specifically tried to block your rise and what really happened behind the scenes? We've covered that.
We covered that, but just in a nutshell, Westwood is obviously
Allegedly.
the main culprit. The main culprit.
Okay, do you think Ed Sheeran and others in the UK scene use grime and street rap to break through, then they abandon the culture once they made it?
Yeah, I think they're musical colonizers.
All of them?
Specifically Ed.
Okay, but you work with Ed.
I know.
So, did you help the actual colonization?
I think I haven't got a problem with it. No, because I worked with him when he was like coming out with his debut album, and it was like Ed. That was it. That's what Ed Sheeran was.
Right.
Now you'll meet in a room full of all the most wealthiest industry moguls, and then they'll sit in there and they'll say, what can we write a song about today? And they'll be like, oh, do you know, how can we capitalize on the Indian market? You know, there's a huge Indian market, Ed, and like the numbers in India could be, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he says, oh well, can we just say like an Indian phrase?
Right.
And they're like, let's do it. And they'll write a whole song, and then they'll just say one Hindi phrase, and then boom,
right,
done. And then it'll just go from country to country doing that. And I'm like, that's fun, you can do that. You're Ed Sheeran, do what the fuck you want. I'm not telling you what to do, but like, I like music when it's pure. I don't like it when artists just sit in a room and be like, what can we write a song about today that will generate a lot of, it doesn't feel like there's feeling in it.
But can you appreciate when you become part of that cog up there? That's how the cog works.
Of course,
and unfortunately, that's how it's got to be if you want to be that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think as well, you can, I think it's okay to do too, as long as you're giving credit to the originators of the song and the people that
okay,
the music belongs to. And I don't think, especially with his last song, that Sapphire tune, he did that.
Right. Okay. You've accused certain artists of stealing your sound. Who do you think bit your style and got away with it?
Who have I accused of stealing
I
my
don't
sound?
know. Some of this might just be bullshit.
Should
you swerve that?
Yeah.
How close were you to really signing with a major label, and why do you think you were blackballed from the mainstream? I think we covered that.
I think we covered that.
Do you think your Middle Eastern Iranian background ever worked against you in the UK industry, even if subtly?
No, I don't think people know too much about my heritage. They're not actually too clued up on it.
You've rapped about...
Now you've told them it, Will.
You fucking told them at the start, mate. I hear me. How do you have a look at me? You rapped about suicide, rage and pain. Have you ever felt like the industry profited off your trauma without offering support?
Yeah, I do.
How real is the suicide thing? Sorry, I've just read this.
No, it's okay. How real is it?
Yeah, was that a real thing?
Was it for me?
Yeah. Was that a real thing? I don't know, sorry.
No, it's all right. Don't apologise. It was genuine. It was real. It was real for me, and I think they knew that, and that's why they were like, let's market that. Let's get people. You can do. They infiltrated. Listen, I've got to take responsibility. I'm not a baby. I'm a man.
Yeah.
So, you open that door. You take the horse to the water. Like, I have to drink. I have to walk through the opening. So ultimately, it's my actions. I take responsibility for it.
But you were going through those things.
I was going through those things, and there was influence there that made me think that it would be a good idea if I used it as the spearhead of a particular project or a particular idea, because I thought this will do good for the mental health community. And that whole thing was a project based on my mental health, based on suicide prevention, my own documentation of my own experience with suicidal thoughts, and where it was used in the wrong way, it kind of made me, it kind of aggravated the demon for me, and the noise was so loud and the people turned on me so bad that what was really meant to be like something done between me and this company to help publish this project, which was about mental health, turned into me like really thinking, oh, I should just fucking kill myself because everyone hates me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I probably deserved it. I deserved it because I made the wrong choice.
But was not talking about it a form of therapy to get it out of your system? Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I did all the right things. I just think leading up to the project, when it come to releasing the project, the whole thing of like, oh, put out these concerning tweets,
right,
and then change, and then drop the song where you're talking about, because I had this song, and in the song it was like a suicide note. The song was like a letter to all my loved ones,
right?
Because that's how I genuinely felt. So when I took the song to the label, they were like, right, this is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna put this song out. We're gonna rebrand you. You're gonna be this Mike Reckless guy. We're gonna metaphorically kill you off.
Right.
You can put out these concerning tweets, and then the next day we'll drop this song.
Wow.
And at first I thought, okay, that could fucking really be groundbreaking. That could really shake. Like a day before, I was like shitting myself. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Like,
right.
I was really scared. And Jack was like, let's.
Hey, where's Jack, man?
Bro, Jack.
I like Jack.
Jack said, don't do it. Don't do it. And
right.
then, I won't say who, but they were basically like, yeah, like, we don't want to deal with Jack. Like, tell Jack to fucking do one, basically. So, and then what ended up happening is it all ended up going ahead anyway, because I just thought, like, they kind of got access to everything.
Right.
And, like, if I don't do this, like, I've lost
you felt that
the only
you had
connection. Like, anyway, yeah, so it was definitely my mistake. I haven't really spoke about it, but it was one of them things. It was one of my deep regrets about my, because all of that, all of the backlash, all of the noise, that did send me spiraling badly. That was like one of the worst times of my life, and it weren't until like after that I had to go clean. I had to get sober. I had to figure out my life. Not in a like I was taking drugs, but just like I need to change my mental state.
Right. And how did you change that mental state? Just talking about it.
So just various different practices. Like I started asking for help. I started asking the necessary questions that open the door, open the floodgates for that help.
Sure.
Because when you're just blind to it and you're not reacting to it and you're just getting through it, you don't know. Like I started wanting to know why I am the way I am, why I feel the way I feel, and then the answers don't come straight away. But because I'm asking these questions, I'm starting to figure out.
Yeah.
And it's been a long road.
Yeah.
It's actually been like 6 years of work, but
right.
I'm so much better now than I was 6 years ago.
Beautiful, brother. Was there ever a time you felt you had to fake positivity or a persona to fit in to the UK scene to get airplay?
Nah, I think that's always been my problem. I just didn't. I should have. Maybe I should have.
Do you believe Fire in the Booth helped artists or just used them for content and threw them away once the buzz was gone? Interesting.
No, I think it's 50-50. I think the artists help build the platform, and the platform helps build the artists. And
yeah.
It depends how much you want to give to Fire in the Booth. If you want to go there and do a 15-minute track, if you want to go there and spit 16 bars, it's all what you want to do. So,
yeah. What's your fallout with Naughty Boy?
Did AI come up with this?
Bro, look, chat. I'm telling AI
crazy.
is deep, bro. That's why people don't get it. What's your fallout with Naughty Boy? About more than just business, what's the part you've never publicly said?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we disclosed quite a bit of it, as much as I'm willing to anyway.
That's fine. Which UK rapper do you think is massively overrated but protected by the press or labels?
Big Zuu.
Do you think mental health struggles are being glamorized in the UK today rather than being addressed seriously?
I think they're being spoke about I think they're being spoke about more than ever, but they're not really understood.
Yeah.
I think it's still quite a misunderstood area of discussion.
I hear you. Has religion ever clashed with your career? Have you ever felt torn between spiritual beliefs and music culture?
I have been torn between spirituality and my music.
Yeah. Why do you think the UK industry pushes artists who rap about partying but sideline those who talk about truth and pain? It's AI, you know.
Yeah, it's good.
But I think,
I mean, I think it's all a ploy to keep society sick and to keep stereotypes alive and keep people thinking on a particular wavelength and one of risk and stupidity.
would you ever name and shame the A&Rs or execs who turned you down, and do you think they were wrong?
No, I don't really care about them.
What's your response to those who say you've never reached your full potential because of your own ego or decisions?
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Is there any major artist you would never collaborate with, even if it meant massive exposure or money?
Yeah.
Have you ever felt envy or bitterness watching other UK rappers blow up with less talent but more industry backing?
A long time ago.
Do you think the UK rap scene respects lyricism anymore, or has it turned into a hype over substance game?
I mean, we touched on it a bit, but I think the country has a lot of time for respected lyricists.
Yeah.
But
do you think we need to hit a reset button and just like...
I do think we need to. I think it's happening anyway, without us.
Yeah.
Without even...
What's the one thing you've never admitted publicly about the darker side of the UK rap game that you're willing to say now?
I mean, I've said it all.
Yeah, that's fine.
I've never known. Yeah.
Honestly, sorry, bro. It's the AI,
No,
but
you're
it's
good,
literally
you're
just
good,
reading
you're good.
it, and we have covered it, and I thank you for your time. You've spoken about childhood trauma. Do you think the rap game gave you healing, or just made the pain marketable?
I think it's a good question. Yeah, it's a good question. It's helped. It's helped me making music, not so much like putting it out. Like, it's empowering when you put real heart and emotion, like a genuine feeling in a song. You're like, I've really encapsulated that. I've put it in this thing. But the fact that it does, I've been lucky enough for it to have gain traction, get out there and like receive like millions of listens and stuff. I think is a testament to the truth in the words, but also the goodness it can do for people as well. So
you don't have to answer this. How do you feel about fans who say you've fallen off? Do they deserve a response, or are they right?
I was probably never on anyway, so it's hard to fall off.
Definitely on, brother. Was there ever a point where you considered quitting music completely, and did anyone actually try and talk you out of it?
Yeah, I think I thought about it. I thought about it a few times, but no one's ever tried to talk me out of it. Everyone respects my decisions. I just think like it's like that a scene from what's that cult classic that what is it, that gangster film is like, they keep pulling me back, you know.
Oh
what I mean?
yeah,
like,
they keep pulling back.
Yeah.
FYI, if you did quit, what would you be doing?
I'll probably be cooking. I'm a good chef.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well,
Cooking channel soon launch.
Yeah.
Big Zoo's the first guest. Nah, joke.
I can cook some incredible pasta dishes.
Yeah. I've seen, bruv. Is it true you turned down mainstream success to protect your soul, or did you miss your moment?
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say I turned it down or missed my moment. It just never materialised. It was all for the greater good. If I was to get offered a major record deal now, 100% wouldn't take it.
Do you feel the UK media ignored you because you were too real, or was it because of something else, race, class, or politics?
I think I'm just a bit too raw, a bit too honest.
The realness. It does appear like the realness is something that labels would be scared to deal with.
Like, we can't really trust him. He's
don't know
too
what he's going to
fucking
say on the
yeah.
interview.
He can't bring me to the party. I'll scare all the hoes.
We can't bring him to the BBC One show because we don't know what he's going to say.
I am that guy. Your mates don't want to bring me to the fucking house party because I'll just scare all the bitches, bro. All the women just like, why is this guy talking about politics?
What's the lowest point in your life that fans don't know about, and how close did you come to losing everything?
I mean, I think we touched on it a little bit, that with the mental health one.
Yeah. You said some artists are industry plants. Can you name names? Who's the fakest in the UK scene right now? Wow, look, this is mad, bro. Should we leave that?
I mean, yeah, I don't really want to name names, but yeah.
Would you ever expose the dark side of BBC Radio or major platforms that claim to support the culture but are gatekeeping the real artists?
I think I've done that. I think I've done that to the best of my ability.
Have you ever felt betrayed by someone in your circle, an artist, a friend, a manager? What really went down?
I can't think of the top of my head about that.
What's really written on your tombstone if your legacy is ignored by the industry?
I was gonna say I live to prove wrong.
And your manager guy, what's his name again? Jack?
Jack.
Jack.
Yeah.
How is he? Is he cool?
He's good. He's a good man, yeah.
Do you still speak to him?
I'll speak to him, yeah.
I hope so, bro.
He's a good
'cause
guy.
he's
We'll always be in touch.
Where is he? In Margate?
Yeah.
Well, I love to see it, bro. You get.
I was at his wedding, he's married, he's a lovely guy.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Right, quick fire questions, 1-word answers, and we are done.
Okay.
What's the realest bar you've ever written? That's more than a word, but go on.
I don't know, bro. I can't.
Alright,
I can't.
that's
I
fine.
just can't.
Most underrated UK rapper right now?
Probably me.
Most overrated UK rapper right now?
That's probably me too.
Would you ever sign to a major label?
No.
Just answer that. One thing you regret in your career?
The
mental health thing?
Yeah, the mental health thing.
Who's the most fakest person you met in the industry? You
Oh,
can leave
bro,
that.
I don't know.
Radio or road?
I'm going to say
Which-
Cher Lloyd to the other one. Just for bands.
Okay. Well, at her at this. Radio or road? Which one really shaped you?
Road.
Ever been tempted to sell out for a check?
Yes. No.
Is pain profitable in music?
Yeah.
What's the biggest fuck you moment to the industry?
It's got to be Sack City.
Yeah. Who bit your flow and never admitted it?
I don't know.
What's more powerful, truth or talent?
Truth.
Last person you blocked? No one, because he loves the smoke. He's sitting there going, please.
Yeah.
Ever had a moment when you thought, I'm done with this rap shit? Yes. Can you forgive someone who snaked you publicly?
Yeah, of course.
Ever lost a friend over your music?
No, they weren't my friend to begin with.
Most disrespectful thing a label ever told you?
I can't. I don't know.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If your career ended tomorrow, what would people get wrong about you? We're almost there. Hang in there.
If Mike could say that again.
If your career ended tomorrow, what would people get wrong about you?
They probably think I was like angry and bitter.
Would you rather go viral or go broke staying real?
I'd rather... So if I go viral, it's because I'm not real. I have to go viral doing some fake shit.
Hey, listen, it's AI, bro. Don't start on me, you get me?
I'd rather be honest, like authentic and broke.
Yeah. Do numbers lie?
Yes. Numbers lie.
Most
Especially when they're coming out of the mouths of lying people.
most slept on UK city for talent? Man, say
I'm going to
Margate.
say Nottingham.
Yeah?
Nottingham, yeah. Nottingham's got... You're going to see soon, like, artists coming out in Nottingham.
One feature you've turned down and never regretted?
I don't know. Can't think of that.
Do conscious rappers get
It's hard
you?
because these quickfire ones...
Sorry, I'm just trying to...
The answers, like, they don't come... I'll think back, watch this.
It's going to go down the road and go, hey, bruv!
Yeah.
I got the answers. One feature you turned down and never regretted?
We did that.
Oh, we did that, sorry. Do conscious rappers get used for clout, then dropped?
No, I don't think so.
One lyric that haunts you? I'm not going to say Cher Lloyd.
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Ever been in a room and felt like I don't belong here?
Yeah, for sure.
Is fame a trap or a tool?
It's can be a tool, but most times it's a trap.
Do fans really care about the message or just the drama?
No, they care about the message, but they love the drama.
Facts. Best thing about being Mike Righteous?
My beard, it's just great.
Worst thing about being Mike Righteous?
Cock size.
What's
Too big.
What's the one truth you're scared to admit publicly?
Size of my cock.
Wow, that's taken a mad swerve. Perfect segment for us to say, Mr. Mike Righteous has been absolutely awesome, brother. Thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Oh man, this is good.
Before we end?
It's been a pleasure. I'm really grateful.
The pleasure has been all ours. You are a legend.
So are you, man.
I know you're a legend, and I can't express enough for people to just go on Spotify and just play one Mike Righteous tune and put it on like shuffle, and I promise you, like, you will really be like, shit. Like, he's amazing. We'd love to see you out there. Keep fighting the good fight, my bro. We're here if you ever need us. We out. Peace.